for. Just holding down a part of the map that's so important, maybe encouraging the game to spawn his teammates near the hill. I honestly feel like the MVP of that game for sure was Eco.
Absolutely. I think the crucial battles that needed to be won were won by Eco, and now SSG are one game away from a grand finals appearance. FaZe in full form, Optic in full form, SSG with a substitute, but they're looking like the main character in this tournament, as that would be one hell of a run to the grand finals from the winner's side, no less. So you take that token in your back pocket in case the bracket does get reset later tonight with Active and Why Not on the mic. Can't wait for that grand finals, but first we got to see who's going to make it there from the winner's side. Can FaZe come back in this series, or will SSG secure it with the ice like we've seen all day from them? As we kick things off, hopping on board here with Monster.
Beginning of this is going to be so important. Who's going to come out on top? It's FaZe with a clean 4 dead. Instantly, they get rewarded with the shock rifle, the camouflage, and the heads up to predict and force the spawns on the blue side. This was the recipe for disaster when it came to FaZe versus Optic. FaZe absolutely ran away with it in this exact situation. Will they be able to hold on, or will Space Station find a way out of the blender early? And they do. They get the shut down on the most important player on the map, guy with camo and sniper rifle, and with that more freedom to move on the map, they could absolutely play back and get control for themselves.
Monster with the prediction of the day as he predicts where Frosty, the camo player no less, had disengaged to, and that opening break slay frag from Monster ends up in an all-4 down here for FaZe Clan. They start off 50-0 with the trip cap. But again, that opening break.
We diamond now?
Heads up play
Hell
that Monster
yeah.
has SSG right back in it with a trip cap of their own.
This is going to be the tale of who can hold on to the trip cap better. Right now, both teams playing out of spawn.
Bro, I actually might be a diamond player anyway, deadass.
Impressively, to be honest. I mean, this is one of the hardest game modes to come off spawn and get back control of the map, but both teams showing a lot of fight.
We might just be shit now, I don't know.
Back and forth despite what looked like strong setup potential for the other team.
Absolutely, but FaZe have done enough to regain control of A and C, and now Snakebite with 1 HP and 1 additional teammate there, Renegade, to help support that B capture. Will do just that, and they're going to give Space Station A, but oh my god, they're flipping B and C. They're not going to get A. Royal 2 takes down that opponent at A. And things are a little all over the place here. You can see Snakebite going into A, but realizes he's got to turn back and look left to C, and now C spawns here for SSG. They did a great job to work themselves out.
Yeah, I was talking about COD.
A wall spawn.
Or did I say diamond? I meant
Frosty
fucking
with this camo. Camo's
plaid.
so imperative on this
No,
map
I was talking
in
about
general.
COD.
There's just so many sneaky routes you can take. As you can see, Frosty.
I was just saying. I
catching
mean, shit,
Star
Halo
off
2,
guard,
bro. We might
still
just be shit
escape
these days.
with his life, at least for now.
I don't know what to
He's
say.
gonna actually come back and shut that.
I gotta
fight
get my
down.
get back, bro.
And Stellar's continuing to roll with a double kill.
Sophomore slump and shit, I
Look at
guess.
him. He's just trying to move around the map, hold these high ground positions, get some early information. Here's this player's one shot. That's why he's chasing him down a little bit here. He says, you know what? I'm actually pretty close to A. Might as well grab it. I'm gonna go try to fight. Royal 2 wins a pivotal fight against Royal 2. If Royal 2 wins that fight, this next play, this whole game.
Did he say
could
Royal
have
2 wins a
turned on
pivotal
its head,
against
but
Royal 2? Is that what he
win
just said?
keeps Space
Or am
Station
I
firmly
tweaking,
in
Slime?
control.
Stellar wins that 1v1, and despite capturing A previously, FaZe are going to get those A spawns. Frosty in the rear, looking to push up.
Hey, yo!
Snakebite in the hill.
In the rear?
As they do capture A, now looking for B. Looking to play their process and push on through off their back foot now.
We getting
Almost
held
feels a
back and
little
shit? That's what it
unforced,
feels
though,
like.
Again, giving the C flip to SSG, but now Royal 2 occupies.
I'm out here
the
placing
space
Diamond
with
2
the
in
sight
Halo.
his hands, perfect shots. And that's going to give that capture control point back to FaZe. B and C in their favor. So too is the lead. Doubled up here on SSG. 110 and rolling.
Yeah, me too, apparently.
Look at this. They're going to try to force the blue spawns.
Pause.
Maybe not enough map presence to fully predict the exact location of spawns. When there's only 2 players on your team still alive, it's a little bit harder to predict spawns. These guys still able to hold the right parts of the map to move the spawns where they want them to be. Royal 2 is just going to play gatekeeper over here. This C side, kind of the most important hold, in my opinion. If you can lock down this half of the map, it's very difficult for the other team to play out and get control of B or C. Right now,
no, they actually were, bro. But you know what, bro? That was on land, and Halo 5 was way harder than this game. And at least I didn't goose. I got mine.
They really want to get control of this.
At least we made that shit kind of close, bro.
been Frosty with the camo, but now it's Eco instead. And can he make another clutch play?
You know who was actually in our rear? Tommy Lucid and Neptune.
The capture points are
They beat us so fucking bad. We had like 6 kills all 3 games.
SSG do in fact capture all 3 and gonna give FaZe Clan those back ace.
Shotzi and Renegade, we had like 15, 16, like
and
they just kind of flew at us.
He's got a
I mean, they probably weren't trying very hard.
On the other hand, as he's just hanging out at the top of tower.
Tommy Lucid and Neptune absolutely dismantled us. They were in cheeks.
SSG are starting to roll, coming right back in this one. They might even just regain the lead. A staggered
like we couldn't move against them.
Renegade there as he spawns way outside of where Royal 2 and Snakebite are, even Frosty to a degree. And then Royal 2 gets back in the blender. He goes down. SSG could very well regain the lead right here.
Triple cap cheese.
Snakebite knows that he can't
reload,
yet.
dog.
Wow, I'm actually a little surprised to see him reveal his location there. Thought he might have waited a little bit longer before going for the lift. Lift makes a lot of noise, but he's hitting some fantastic shots on Monster, making his life very
you got a
difficult.
teammate there.
Monster gonna have to find a way to survive here.
It's the greatest player in history, Monster.
Pressure is mounting. He's really just, as long as he stays alive, it's very difficult for FaZe to do much about it. They cannot comfortably move around the map until he's taken down, and he's not taken down at all. It's going to help Bound get this kill, and the trip cap is still rolling for Space Station.
Monster, previously the support player and the OBJ on SSG as the fill-in fourth, but now he's the main slayer, the main character. 13, 4, and 7.
That's insane.
Locking down this ever-important seaside of the map. This has been a couple minutes of continuous life force here from Monster, where he has just dominated the tower. Now he's looking to push out and clean up a few weak members for FaZe. Gets the melee on Frosty. 3 go down for FaZe, and SSG with 225 on the board aren't going to extend into A. Instead, they're going to force that spawn trap for FaZe Clan. Monster with a chance to spawn these opponents. Gets the perfect shot there on Snakebite, and this could shut the as Monster lands the double kill. Camo's up, but it's not even going to matter.
Ain't no way,
this
son.
do it for SSG. Monster locking
Oh
down
my
the series
god.
with another
Hey,
stun. In the waning moments, HUD disappears, and so too does FaZe Clan from the
What's up,
winner's
Ghost Town?
bracket, as SSG will move on to your grand final.
I am doing great
An
on
impressive
this final
sequence
Sunday.
out
I
of
appreciate you
Chance,
asking, bro.
Monster, Duncan at the end
hope
of
you are
that
doing the
game.
same.
And then the nail in the coffin, they're like, yeah, the game over screen, but I'm going to snipe you again, just so you
Okay,
have that
no,
in
but
your
like on the
head once you get
serious,
into grand finals
he's
later. But congrats
like
to SSG
he's
for
definitely
winning the
not
winners
cheating,
bracket.
right?
They take that token with them
Like,
into the grand finals, meaning that whoever faces off against them have
I
to
mean,
win
I know
two
it's sus
series
as hell, but
to
like
stop
the
them from
fact
winning
that
this
like he
tournament,
has the
but,
vouch
man,
from
they are
so many
looking
of the
so
top
powerful to
pros,
take
and
down
like
the
he
world
continues to
champions
play with all
in
these
dominant
people.
fashion. They're looking
Means
very
he's definitely
There's
probably
so
not
much
cheating, right?
anticipation to see the big 3 play here in HCS competition. We haven't had a chance to see Optic face.
But also maybe he's just like, bro, maybe it's a mixture of like nerves and also maybe it's like unlucky or whatever. But like people always are like, oh, he's the greatest player in history online. Like not that great on land.
Incredible content and series, but SSG
Like I don't know,
get the
man.
better of Optic, get the better of FaZe Clan. As we send things back to the desk, that'll do it for Eli and us. You got Active and Why Not on the other side.
But also, like, there's something to be said for like being the greatest online player in history.
What an incredible
You know what I'm saying?
few series. We watched a few games
Like,
in the last, what, like an
if
hour?
somebody needs a sub for an online
that was a
tournament,
lot to
like a
take
for
in.
sure
That was a
thing,
lot. SSG, incredible
they hit up that
games
band
coming
Monster.
from them and just sending both
Hence
Optic and
SSG's
both
lineup today.
both world champions to the lower bracket.
Yeah, honestly, phenomenal performances from Space Station thus far.
Oh, they beat Optic too.
To come back
Dang,
in
bruh.
that flag game against Optic.
Hey, I'm glad to hear it goes down.
Train that they've been on was something special to witness.
See if Optic's playing right now. See if they started here.
What did we do? Nothing. Chat, you are wonderful. You're beautiful. You're wonderful, chat. Here's Sean.
Yo, what's up, Backwood? How's it going, bro? Oh, they're about to put this match on LVT. Yo, chat, do we want the formal or the Tommy Lucid POV, or do we want broadcast?
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Close it up.
Close it up, Tom.
Must be closed.
What y'all thinking?
I don't know.
Lobby's invite only.
I have no idea.
we all ready?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not.
I think we might be H4F. Start game 1 here. This is game 2, I guess. Going to go out on a limb and assume that Optics up 1-0. Oh yeah, Ghost Tom. Game's going well today. Game's been vibey.
I'm out to the bottom mid shit. Fuck it.
Alright.
How the game's been today.
Drop plays this.
One guy. I think 2 guys playing green.
Mini zombie door. Mini zombie door. Watch
That's the new. That's the new.
Back green over the week.
Yeah, top
Like
nest
demon
Up towers.
EMR skin
Towers, big swish.
with the envy.
One's Esper dummy too.
Ammo.
Nice
That shit
finish
looks
like
crazy.
guys. Man, I was trying.
Yo, still top nest. Top nest. 2
That
shots.
shit
Play
looks
for camo, guys.
crazy, bro.
I can see camo. I can see camo. I'm in the window with snipe. Okay.
Yo, dice.
Wait for
Dice
the
1
shot.
shot.
Hey, top A.
push me.
They plant. They plant.
Hey, plot.
Oh.
Hey, that's
Think
good,
they
Ghost
jump
Tom.
Concrete,
I might get hit big door. I might get hit big door.
Oh.
Yo, camo guys. Camo.
I'm looking at it. I'm looking at
Shot
it.
back green as
Oh,
well.
A plot. A
On
plot.
it. On camo. On camo.
Yeah, on camo.
Two
Oh.
dead.
Nice. 2
Two
dead.
dead,
They're just
two
one
dead,
elbow
two
for that.
Good flank with corner.
Green, green, green. 2 green. Green A plot, guys. Green A plot. Green A plot.
Here.
I just one double. I just one
Top
double.
order green. Top order green.
Get back to.
We have
Yo,
camo.
pillars. Pillars.
I'm walking.
One's in big door with
Bottom
fucking
mid. Bottom mid.
quantum.
1 guy. Bottom mid. 1 shot.
I'll
Look
come
at
on.
that.
Bottom mid.
Hold
1
that.
shot.
Hold
Bottom
that.
mid.
Dice
I'm
one
being
shot.
negative,
Dice
guys.
one shot. Switch.
I'm literally a bullet. I'm bullet.
Yeah,
Yo,
okay.
bait me. Bait me. Bait me.
I'm absolute, bro. I'm absolute.
I'm
Look
looking
at
at
top
Tommy.
middle. Dice still weak. Went
Yeah,
pillars.
he dropped pillars. Dropped
Pillars.
pillars.
I'm looking pillars.
Looking in there.
Yeah, he's still pillars.
tower.
I hear him. Absolute top. A plot. Wait, A plot weak. Yeah, absolute. A plot absolute. One's big door. Back green. And
Hiding
one's
pillar
pillar
doors.
door, I
Hiding-
think.
yeah, hiding
hiding pillar
I'm trying to
door.
look pillars, Zane. I'm trying to look.
Multiple.
There's
pillar.
one. Delican.
Two shot in green. One shot in green. I got A plat.
Heard it. Heard it.
Yeah, A plat and green. A
Tommy
plat.
live.
Yeah, I'm
Matt
not
has
fighting
close
that.
behind.
Button.
I'm walking.
Fucking
rat.
training. Training right
No.
here.
For the not missing.
Ready plat. White wall. 3 shots.
Big door 2. Big door 2.
Back to you. Back to you. Back to you.
Big door back green. Back green joy.
Okay,
Back enjoy, back enjoy.
bullet,
Two dead,
nice,
two dead.
2 dead.
I don't see him.
He's there.
Yeah, one guy on me. Dice. Watch. Mud.
Back
Absolute
green
mud.
one.
Watched my video yesterday. Hey, what'd you think?
Big pot.
Big door.
Big door. Big door. Big door. Big door. And big door coming
What
out.
do you think about the new
Inside
video?
Can you help?
Vibey
Trying to go.
or no?
Spawn
One
in
of
everything.
10.
A or
One of
nay?
10.
Yeah, I'm not looking big door anymore.
He has like a 2
Oh,
bolt
look
sniper.
at
Okay.
this.
I'm gonna play cuts.
Walk
I'm
Together.
gonna play cuts. I'm playing cuts.
Yeah, I'm right next to you.
I'm here, Zane. A
Top mid
plot.
weak. Top mid weak. No, I'm turning around.
Fuck.
1 bullet. What a bullet.
They have quantum.
Yeah, 2 guys in B. Manning's 2 shot.
Sniping back B. 1 shot drug.
I'm plat.
One shot training. Drug. Absolute. You guys look at that.
Camo's coming in.
Got him,
20
got
guys.
him.
One's dicing me. You're top tower. Elbow metallic. And big door and elbow. That's 2. Big door came out. Rolling. Nice elbow.
Nice.
Three.
Camo 10.
Oh, he's zombies.
Yo, one's pit. One's pit.
Spawned in. Yep.
Screen
On OV.
OV weak drug. On OV weak drug half.
Camo
You wanna
soon,
be a thing.
camo soon.
Yeah, we
A
got
plot,
that.
guys.
I
One's
spawned
out
all
screen
the way
as well.
Get it.
One's close heat on me. One behind me dice. Behind me dice. Fires.
Watch you.
Yo, cuts.
Top tower. Not sure
Yep,
where
dummy
we
door.
went.
Dummy door.
And window.
No,
Window.
dummies. 2 guys dummies. 2 guys
Window
dummies.
2 shot. Screens 2 shot.
Bottom tower.
Needs one on me. Absolute.
Watch out screens.
1 minute.
Yeah, I see that, Zane. I see that.
I
Nice.
did that.
I'm
Okay, that's
camo. I'm playing top. Nest sniping. With the weak nest bridge. There's 2 nest
Ah,
bridge.
just
One
make
pillars
plays
half.
right
Swish.
now.
5. Snipes and 5.
Dice 2.
Hey, good looks,
Stars.
Ghost Tom.
Stars.
Much love, bro.
Yo, down from green.
2 guys tires.
I'm looking big door Tommy. I'm looking big door Tommy. I'm looking
Appreciate
big
it.
door.
Tires half.
We have-
Looking big door with
Okay,
you.
stay alive, Zane.
Weak.
1 shot back green. Talic. 3 kill. Back green.
Really.
Tires coming.
Your nest bridge Tommy.
They're gonna be on snipe.
Nice. Nest bridge 2 of them. 2 nest bridge. 2 nest bridge.
I'm flanking this then, bro. You look at them.
Nest and nest bridge. Nest and nest bridge.
Yo, on
tower.
nest.
Nest. Swish. 1 shot. Absolute nest. Swish. Absolute training. Good.
And mud.
Guys. Can't see him.
Nest is dead.
He went elbow.
Tower me,
Yeah.
guys. Top tower
No,
me.
one guy bottom mid in tower. Looking at you, Joey.
Pushing top mid.
He's still top tower.
Yeah, he's not moving.
Walking top mid.
I'm playing back
Top
green.
tower, guys.
There was a guy.
One's A plot.
bottom.
One's A plot.
They could have rotated. You could
Yeah,
have
they're
rotated.
big.
rotated.
They're out green on me. I think.
Yeah, look at him out.
Looking big door.
Look at
Sniping
this.
an A, Manny. Sniping an A.
Hit a big door. Hit him twice.
Hey, they're just gonna let him snipe.
I've been
Yo,
big
A
door.
plat,
Big door.
white box.
Coming out.
White
Dead,
box.
dead,
I'm
dead.
absolute.
Whoa.
Big door.
Both
And A
snipes.
plot. I'm on
Absolute
shot.
white wall.
Pillars.
Good, guys.
Pillars. Big
One's
truck.
coming
Pillars.
in
1 shot truck.
Last guy, big door, probably sniping maybe. Yeah, could have ran
No, we can ape him.
Maybe I'm pushing this.
I hear that. I got quantum, Jason.
He went rat to bottom mid.
Yo, my quantum.
Sniping on cuts. He's sniping on cuts.
And hiding small door as well. One shot.
Alright.
One shot too. Dead. Nice.
One shot nest on me.
You go
One
play.
shot. Nice. Nest bridge.
That's just 2 shots.
On tower, me, flipping.
On tower.
You're
And
alone,
one.
you're alone,
Nice absolute.
Nice absolute and one top tower. Quick.
Yo, can we? Where are we looking right now?
Leave a sniper there.
Yo, one guy cuts.
Top tower.
I can shoot cuts. I can shoot cuts.
I'm
Dummies. Behind you after that.
Cuts.
Dead.
Yeah,
I'm
behind me,
looking.
dummies. Behind me, dummies, Joey. Yo,
Guys
bottom
gotta
mid.
live.
Come bottom mid.
Flying out. Druck.
Needed that.
One
Needed
shot.
that.
One shot. Bottom mid.
One shot screen Druck. One shot screen Druck.
Yeah, they didn't even count. Key door.
And key door.
There's a guy on camera spawn. Yeah, he's literally
Still
on
key
it.
door. One shot key door.
I heard them. Looking around.
Still screen. And one shot
You're right,
cuts.
you're right.
One shot cuts.
I'm flanking W, I'm flanking W.
I think sitting there.
I'm here.
Two shot in green and a guy top A plat.
Two
Two A plat, and one guy green.
Yeah.
Hey, plat now.
Chemo.
Plat, guys, plat.
Let me save bags.
Another one, it's tires to cuts, down cuts.
And top mid wing.
One shot cuts.
Behind you guys.
I say another one cuts, something.
Nice shots.
Amir, with you, Zane?
Dying
Weak
from
tires weak.
Got him.
You're dying from Ovi?
That's
Mine cuts.
dice.
Discover.
Oh,
This is Daniela.
Hi, it's Jennifer Coolidge.
dang, bruh. What is this? Oh, I'm not a sub in here.
Watching top mid.
Discover. This is Daniela.
Hi, it's Jennifer Coolidge. I just want to thank you for making me feel
60 seconds of ads on both.
Of any thing he gets on the map, repulse equipment, weapons, anything like that, you will see that he will take full advantage of it and get the full value out of it. And you can see that value has now turned into 3 kills for the side of
Screaming, crying through it all.
Doesn't matter what part of the sandbox Lucid has, he is dangerous. I think I saw him throwing rocks at the enemy at some point when he runs out of ammo. As we see back-to-back kills now in go in favor of Optic Gaming. Trippy coming out
also,
of
I might have to
nowhere,
throw
getting himself the kill.
that Optic DMR on, bro. That shit's clean.
36 run here for Optic as Lucid looking for the spawners.
Apparently not, pandas.
Absolutely incredible job by Optic here.
That shit was whack.
They bring it within 2 now, though, does the business. So they're obviously doing a good job of keeping this game very close. And that's all you have to do. With Druck being top tower with a snipe, he can do a ton of damage right now. They just got to slow down the game.
Sniper in the hands of Druck. Just barely missing on the first 2 shots. Just a warning shot being fired to Optic, letting him know that the 50 is being held here by business. And Formal gets into the line of sight of Druck, but Druck not able to find the angle he's looking for. Shoulder shot puts him down to 1 shot. Teammate coming in quick with the cleanup. Business, they're simply not out of it just yet. They are fighting tooth and nail to take this game 2.
Yeah, Tony, the game is in Druck's hands right now. He has the opportunity to bring this back and, of course, tie this series up. He's going to push up aggressively here. You know that when you don't get that value on the top of tower, you're not able to do any damage, you're not able to get any kills. You have to reroute with this power weapon so you can try and catch someone off guard. That first kill matters so much.
2 more members of Optic Gaming over toward the camouflage side. We're seeing both teams start to rotate there, and the first kill favors Optic Gaming as Dead Zone takes down Manny, but Druck does answer back. Lucy gets a kill of his own. 3 members of Optic start to push forward, but Druck hits a clutch snipe to shut
Nah!
Faded out as he goes for the active camouflage, but ends up going down. No burn. Optic get the kill that matters most. Now the camouflage is just there, and double kill by Dead Zone. It looks like Optic have an opportunity to close it out, even behind the triple from Druck.
Yeah, that triple from Druck looked like a nail in the coffin, but Optic Gaming bring it back.
Oh, are we lagging out?
Of that, it's going to be 49-45, but there it is. Optic Gaming take game number 2 and now lead the series 2-0.
What was that?
Oh, active. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, I think everybody plays pretty low ghost time.
Special with Druck, not only getting the triple
We
kill,
placed
but also
Diamond 2.
right on that active camouflage, and who knows if he was able to get away with it, what chaos he would have been able to cause there. Welcome back, Druck. Let me tell you, the HCS missed you kindly, and your 13 kills going along with 10 assists, and a great accuracy being fired by everybody across the board. Formal almost shooting in the 80 percentile. And 4 Ks for not only 3 members of business, but also 2 of the winning team, Optic Gaming, up 2-0 in the series.
All right, so let's watch this play real quick, right? He gets that first kill on the dead zone. Obviously, he's got position on that camo, gets the beautiful quick scope on Elucid, and you can see he wants to push up and get this, and he does. He gets the triple kill. When you're in the moment like this, you want to hit this next shot, right? It's not about getting a clip. It's about carrying the game. Right now, one of your teammates are dead. The other two just came off a spawn. You don't really have the numbers on the 50% portion of the map, so you have to go for that. But obviously, in hindsight, we say, okay, maybe you should sit back a bit. He goes for that. He takes the chance. He takes the risk. It doesn't pay off this time.
Speaking of hindsight, what was Formal trying to go in for like the repost jump to go forward and accidentally like went up in the sky? Like, I'm starting to wonder now that we watched that like in slow-mo, watch that in reverse. What possessed Formal to just like shoot up into the sky with the repost? We're about to see it right now.
Wait, what's up,
so, the double was that was beautiful. That double kill was that.
Well, they checked in after game 1.
And hey,
we didn't see game 1.
What you doing up there? What goes
so
up
the winners finals
down,
finished, and then we saw game 2 of this series.
Was he trying to just get closer to
and
the
now Optics up 2-0.
using the repulse, or was he just trying to style on them a little bit? Maybe wanted a better angle on live fire.
I mean,
I don't know what the game 1 was.
He might have missed the repulse a little bit, but what I was thinking he was going to do is repulse on top of the camo, grab it, and then quick drop off the camo platform. That's what maybe that's what I thought he was doing. Obviously, we don't know. We're not in his head, but that's what I would assume, right? You repulse from the air. You kind of block that line of sight from, you know, if the players on back C tower
what Timothy
or
Active
on C plat,
waffling about right
you
now,
land on camo, and then you quick drop off of it. Obviously, for those of you guys that know the movement mechanics, quick dropping is when you hold crouch as you're falling off a ledge and you fall a lot quicker. So that could potentially be it, but I'm not exactly sure. At the end of the day, you never go airborne versus a sniper, whether it's a sniper on controller or mouse and keyboard. You never go airborne like that because your trajectory is just very easy to predict. So unfortunately, it ends up working.
This guy Timothy Active crunching the numbers, bro. He said your trajectory.
3.
You never go airborne against a sniper unless your name is Formal and unless you have a teammate like Dead Zone that's willing to pick up on the damage and make a play to close it out. A little lengthy, but that's the rule. That's the title to this tweet. Going into Solitude, potentially the final game that we're going to see of this series. Optic looking to close it out with a 3-0 sweep of business, have shown us time and time again that they are willing to go toe-to-toe with Optic. They've had plenty of battles in their day, especially the threesome of Taulik, Druck, and Manny. This is just one more battle, and we're taking one game at a time.
Yeah, honestly, I really like, you know, the is getting more time together. Like I said, it's going to be a little bit of a work in progress. This team will end up in that top 3 conversation, of course, I would say even after the first event. They just need those reps together. You talked about it yesterday, Trippy and Dead Zone being best friends. A lot of these players playing together in the past, so it's not going to take a lot of time. But every match they get in this tournament is just another rep, and reps are what's going to get you better.
Trippy's best friend here, and you know, my best friend is here as well. You know who that is?
Who is it?
Master Chief. Camouflage in the hands of Trippy at the moment. Already starting the game 2-1. That's an assist for him. Working on to Druck with the thrust.
All right, but also, bro, I'm sitting here looking at this Optic skin and it looks good, bro. I'm throwing it on.
Optic wasting no time whatsoever to get some progression on this hill that business already have a slight advantage on.
That business.
Yeah, that 2 dead is going to give Optic a little bit more time here as well.
Throwing that shit on.
Win by Swish, and you know that's something we see often by him. He has a great shot, but winning
the
a lot
active
of
actually is in shambles.
That piv is going to give him that LR control, but unfortunately, it's not going to give him any time on this hill as Optic continue to milk just a bit. Taking off Manny from that top snipe is going to allow a little bit of an opening here, and you see right away 3 dead for business.
Desmond did a great job of angling out the opposition.
Yo, Chad, if we were going to buy a team pack
to
use, like, on the 0 to hero account, which team pack should we buy?
Coming from, the problem is there's 2 members over toward the long haul side, and now 2 spawning players towards Nest. Dead Zone finds himself in a bit of a business sandwich, and it looks like Manny's going to fly out and deal with him immediately. The one-shot Manny now chucking denial grenades, but you can only deny access for Formal for so long. Double kill out of him. Optic looked to make this a 1-0, but business coming in out of nowhere.
Yeah, you see a lot of scrappiness coming out of the spawns of Business and Optic, literally just trying to get control of that bottom center. This bottom center hill is so difficult to hold just because of the cross angles from truck and driveway, of course, as well. But Manny's gonna get that essential kill. I like that he sits in there for a second, gets his shields back, then comes back in again, just trying to scrap as much time as possible as Manny, and a beautiful reversal, perfect on a trippy. Secure
Talking about the new Optic pack?
Hits him with the fadeaway, ends up leading to Optic going 3 down, and they find the 4th as well. Now Formal, the final player, or really the first player up for the team, has to try to buy some time, get Business out of this hill by the spawners, come up and try to finish it, but Business are here. They're here to stay. Lucid and Trippy somehow catch the flank, though, out of nowhere. Once again, Optic find himself 3 down, and it looks like Business stealed himself the first cap. That's a 1-0 lead for them.
Yeah, that was a big cap, and it was all Talik, right? He positions himself carefully on the left back corner of the hill, knows the spawns are coming out on the snipe. He's got the crossfire from his teammates. Hill secured, 1-0 lead.
Druck is able to sneak away with the shot. You see 2 members of Optic Gaming over toward the yard side immediately. Business fighting for the strong side here. Lucid puts a wall between Druck and that yard play, but the shock, the ultimate equalizer, they had to get out of his hands and they're able to do so. That leads to another 3 down for Business. So what does that mean? More time on the board. 10 seconds off of respawn here for Business. That's at least 15 to 20 seconds worth of uncontested time for Optic Gaming.
Yeah, this setup is locked in right now, Tony, and what Business needs to do is get this kill onto Lucid, but look how difficult he makes himself. The target is so tiny, and Business cannot hit it, but finally, it's going to be a couple of dead here for Business. Optic will get hill control once again as the spawns potentially come out on that blue side. Talik playing patiently, though. He's going to wait for them to jump right in, and the bait works.
Excellent shot from Tyler with the shock, lining up the second.
Wow.
Dead zone.
Beautiful.
We'll see you in 10 seconds. 3 down once again, go Business. But Talik is putting damage on the map. Somehow that damage not enough. Optic, they come off a spawn, they get the kills, and they're closing this one out.
Yeah, unfortunately, Talik got those couple of kills. They were clutch, but they were also when his teammates were dead. So just trying to do everything he can to stop the push from Optic Gaming. Optic Gaming, though, pushing anyway off a spawn. And now tied 1-1. Optic have the shock inside of Formal's hands right now. And he's also got the camo to work with as well.
Lining it up. He knows where Formal's at. He's getting a few shots in.
Oh my god, imagine this, bro. Imagine that sticks him.
That shock that he's done work with so far and has the opportunity to do work again. Looks like
this is the HCS. Like this is just the HCS Open Cup. So is this not their team? Like I know they don't have like an org.
20% of this hill at the moment. By the time
but is this like their actual team?
50? Will it be 60? Are they closing it out?
We know how aggressive Business is, right? Their movement is really solid. They always push in together, and honestly, Optic Gaming is getting caught off guard multiple times here by the aggression of Business. It's when you start to understand what their pacing is and where their pacing is at, that then you learn to stop that pacing. And right now, it looks like Business is able to run free as they get cap number 2.
2-1. Game lead in favor of Business at the moment here. 2 minutes and 27 seconds worth of time, so plenty in regulation for Optic to answer back. Optic still have the opportunity to 3-0 sweep here, but it starts on the backs of the Slays. It starts on the backs of active camouflage. It might start with getting Druck off his gold side, because this man is winning pivotal battles that he has no business doing. And it's just not fair.
It's just beautiful, right? It's just beautiful. The mechanics in Halo Infinite are growing as we see them, right? And we're starting to see these pros utilize all these mechanics. Right there, you saw a drop jump. You can drop off of a ledge, and that ledge can be at eye level, and you can jump back up. That's exactly what Druck did in that situation. That's why he won that pit versus Trippy, and that's why they get a bit of hill time. But as I say that, 3 go down for Business. Optic take control again.
That objective efficiency continues to come in. Optic always keeping their eyes on the prize. Business are making plays, but Optic somehow have the lead in this hill and looking to tie things up. Shock in the hands of Lucid at the moment here. Swish off a screen. Double kill to start this push. Swish actually able to take down the 3rd one, systematically breaking down Optic Gaming's defenses by himself. For the 4th kill, but this one's Lucid. It might just go a bit different. Shock for the double kill for Lucid. Optic close out their second hill.
Oh my god,
2 minutes
this brother's
on
peeling.
the clock. These next 2 hills, they're gonna end it.
Lucid is absolutely on fire right now. 23 kills
brother's
and
not
only
missing.
10 deaths. This is what we're used to seeing out of this man, popping off when it matters the most. And of course, you saw that first kill that he got. It was a kill where he was low shields, but when you're low shields and you're still able to do that much damage, you are a scary target on the map. And that's exactly what Lucid's being right now as he challenges Druck, but Druck shuts him down.
23 kills for Lucid, showing why he's an MVP here in this game. And Optic Gaming showing why they're one of the best in the league. The defensive sets are so tough to break, as about 25% of this hill is already done. And look at 3 members of Optic now funneling towards this nest side, right up the lift, feeling confident enough to go toe-to-toe with Business, who are trying to zone them out, trying to create some space. But Trippy and Dead Zone are there. Druck has a nice little view from the window here, but now that the nades are going down, now he wants to get involved. This is the collapse for Business,
now they should
and
break.
they need it to execute.
We got camo.
Great
It's
job
still
by
up.
Druck there waiting, right? 2 of his teammates go down. He's still got an angle to put that damage in. Finally, they capitalize off the damage. Look at that. A camo as a reward. Optic off a spawn. They're looking to break this setup that Business has just locked
Make them all spawn tram except for one, maybe? One's gonna spawn blue?
3 members of Optic here, over towards the LR side. It looks like Swish, he's having a tough time dealing with the one-shot Trippy.
Damn, bro.
Tricky kill, he is. Finally, they take down Trippy.
The one-shot cheese.
Time they spend doing it. Now 2 members of Business are down. Now Optic are trying to move in, but they're 2 down themselves. They need to get Business out of this hill, and they need it right now.
These brothers are getting a ton of time.
The kills are going out.
Hang on, though.
With a clutch double, Business with just a couple
Oh
seconds
my
away from
God.
taking the 3rd hill and the lead, but a triple kill out of Lucid shuts things down.
Time and time again,
That should be a hill.
Lucid's there, right? They're constantly
Should be a
behind
cap.
in hills. They're constantly at a point where their back's up against the wall, but Lucid comes in, cleans
shouldn't
things
have time.
up, hits some nice shots, and now Optic's in control once again.
How many times when you back up a wild animal against a wall, sometimes they try to flee, but sometimes the claws simply come out. They get even more dangerous, and apparently that's the same for Optic here.
Damn, this brother's
3-2
fucking cheating.
lead. Lucid still hitting shot after shot. 29 kills right now. The game's
blatantly
not
cheating.
even over.
Yeah, an absolutely incredible KD by Lucid, 29 and 14. And like you said, the game's not even over yet. He's looking for more as he watches and understands the spawners and their location. This is what makes Lucid so good.
All right, dude.
He understands where to position to be ready for these spawns and these pushes that Business keep putting out.
Tommy freaking Wilson with this shock, with this 30 bomb, and even say, you know what? I'll get the hill too. I'll just do it all right now. A minute left in regulation, but something tells me that time will not be a factor in this one as Optic continue to get kill after kill. Business going half down there, make it 3-4. There's only one more player that's currently waiting for his teammates to come off his spawn. It may just be too little too late.
Oh my God, what the hell?
He's by himself, but he's a one-man army at this point, spinning in circles. Forget the strong side. We're gonna call that the Lucid. We're gonna call that the TW, where you just put your head down and start spinning in circles.
How do you hit that?
That's insane.
Top like that? It's a Spartan topper. Like, that's insane. Oh my goodness.
I need a Spartan topper.
Point, right. Optic Gaming 3-0. They take out Business, of course, and
yeah, Tommy Lucid had that one,
job.
Pandas.
And you know what? We saw a couple
That's
of
something you
players
really need to
on
play.
Optic had a couple, a little bit of a rough game, and like I said, that's that growing pain that you have to go through. You got to get that chemistry right, put that work in. Once you got it, you're good to go.
What a
series
we saw right there. I think Business did a phenomenal job with that game number 2. In fact, at certain points, it looked like they were going to steal it away. Going into that game 3, that was literally decided by just a few plays, maybe 2, to end up giving that 3rd and eventually their 4th hill. Optic come out on top, and I told you before, it ain't personal. It's strictly business. We're gonna pass it over to Ali and Garrett, break down what we just saw and what are we gonna see in the future.
Amazing performance from, well, Optic and both Business really, like that last match, I almost thought they were going to take it there for a moment. They were just all tied up. I blinked and I feel like I missed the last 2 holds. They went by so quickly. Amazing job from Optic. They're really hungry to get to grand finals against SSG, but before they even get the revenge on SSG, they still have to go through the lower bracket and go up against Shopify Rebellion, and then if they win when they face off against FaZe Clan, waiting for them in elimination finals. How are you feeling about all this, Tools?
Optic has a tough road ahead of them, but they look phenomenal.
But Optic should have this
just
against Rebellion, unless some online
being able
cheese.
to put up that sort of fight while Optic is playing
Not the
at that level.
Rebellion's not good, but
to them. But it's been a while since
Optic
we've seen
should
a
have
player
that,
take
and then we should have
over
some
a
Optic
game the way
phase.
that Lucid did. 32 kills in that game. Honestly, one of the best individual performances we've ever seen. I'd say that we've seen probably yet in this.
Don't listen to him, Chad.
This year of HCS, you know, it's the beginning of the year.
Become a pro gamer.
We'll still take it.
Day two.
See, look at this. How does Lucid win this? And then
did he shoot the nade?
Roll back. Alia,
yeah.
Look at this.
Did he shoot the grenade?
We're gonna see this fight, right? Talik. He's got a great
What
position.
happened?
You know, he's gonna take on this fight. Lucid's doing Lucid things. Takes some heavy damages right there. Doesn't care. Challenges out, but take a look. Get ready to freeze. Look. Did you see that?
It's insane.
No. Go, Louis. Back it up just a little bit more. Get ready for a freeze frame. Get ready for a freeze frame.
Yeah. Anything else, Marty?
I feel like
We're gonna catch it. We're gonna catch it right
Jesus.
here.
Is this an observer glitch, or does he actually shoot a nade here?
Not yet. Just a little bit more. Just a little bit more. We're gonna get there. Right here.
No.
Where does that come from?
No.
But this is what kills Talik in this situation.
No.
Boom!
Did he? Wait. Did he?
Okay.
He blew that tree. Did he just kill himself?
Where does that nade come from, though?
Dude, the eye to see that was crazy.
Oh, so Lucid did a great job getting those shots. I don't know where that nade came from. It popped out of nowhere, but he shot it and it killed him.
That was.
What the hell is going on? That's the most Mickey shot I've ever seen, bro.
Time. He just got a shot, a really cool one right after this. Is it here on the lift?
Oh,
it's really clean, really pretty right here. I think somebody comes.
Yeah,
out.
I think Switch is gonna come up and Switch is gonna get deleted.
There it is. But easy.
That's all down to reticle placement, right? So, you know, there's a player at lift. It's not about being a good sniper. It's more about positioning your reticle in the right spot and understanding that someone's going to come there. Keeps it a little bit high, knows where that elevation is. That's why so often you'll see players when they're going to go up that lift, they'll go get the repulse and they'll use it to come up the side of the lift or try to get a clamber. In Halo 5, you'd see clambers all the time when you went up that lift, because if you don't and you go airborne, you know it's going to be a kill. We saw a Druck, right? Druck with that crazy triple kill. You can't go airborne against a sniper. It's just too easy to knock you down.
Yeah, I mean, in these games, you cannot let your guard down, especially when you're playing against a team like Optic, who've done amazing things throughout the series. I do want to quickly, I know we're looking right now at Optic versus Shopify, but I wanted to talk about just quickly on why am I spacing out on the name of the team that we just watched? Tools.
Business.
Shopify versus business.
Stand on business.
I was thinking Native Red. They're almost that Native Red team that I quickly became a fan of on year 2, and I just love seeing them in right now reaching, going up against Optic again. I just want to see them get better and reach those top 6. Is this top 6 right now? Where are we at?
Yeah, top 6. They got top 6 this tournament. Honestly, that's the biggest problem that they had with Native Red, though, is right. It was taking down Optic. It was taking down FaZe. They still have to figure that out, and it's never gonna be a simple or easy solution to overcome.
What we think about Aliak on the mic?
Like Optic, like Space Station Gaming, like FaZe. It's gonna be a very tough road for them.
Agreed. We have up next. We have Optic going up against Shopify.
Shout out Aliak, by the way.
How do you feel about this one?
That's the homie.
This is a big test for Shopify Rebellion. They need to come out strong. They got 3-0'd by FaZe earlier in the winners bracket. They have the same problem. He dealt with it over at Native Red. All these players are young and trying to break in and show
got his hands
they're a
full,
team
bro.
that belongs. The best way to prove it.
That brother multitasking. I'm surprised he show up on camera at all with how many things he has to do, bro.
This roster. Like, Optic's gonna play a clean game. They're gonna do whatever it takes to win. You're gonna have to outskill them. You're gonna have to outplay them. They're not gonna open up opportunities for you to cheese out a victory in a game. They're icy. They consistently win tournaments. They're world champions for a reason. Every single player here has some sort of championship underneath their belt.
Just looking at the squad right now, just thinking, Suppressed, they need to take that sniper away from him. They need to not let him get it. We're starting on Solitude, it looks like. So if there's a way to quickly shut down the other team, it would be Suppress has been
this first time I've heard her.
An incredible player.
She's not bad.
We started watching him yesterday, and also during the off season, amazing plays coming from him. I also want to know a little bit about Snow.
She's got a good like natural like casting voice. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's just talking in her normal voice. Season, right? Like, she's not like putting on a voice or anything. At least as far as I can tell.
For so long, that trio of Talik, Manny, and Soul Snipe was essentially the second longest trio in maybe Halo's history. The only one
people just got the voice for it, I think,
is Frosty, Royal 2, and Snakebite. They
whereas, you know, I feel like some people got to put on the like,
stuck it out.
Yeah, here today we're doing the fucking
growing as a team. It was one of the first times that we'd ever seen a team.
I feel like it's a little exaggerated with some people.
Amateur status to break into a top 3 finish, and it was phenomenal to see. It was honestly special. But at some point, you have to realize,
this is honestly both of them right here. This is what I prefer.
And sometimes changes.
And I know they're not really casting. This is kind of like like in between game analysis.
I need to take this.
But like they're just talking.
I'm going to play with someone that is going to give.
They're just having a conversation about the game.
Not necessarily
it's very natural.
A commendation.
I prefer this to some like overly
condemnation
try hard
of his old teammates. I think he loves those guys and would love to keep playing with them. I think he just realized that if my goal is to win championships, it's to make a change. And this change, I think, has been working wonders for him and this team. Shopify Rebellion's exciting.
That makes sense, Chad.
They explode out of the gate with some of these plays. They're constantly applying pressure. One of the most exciting teams that we've been able to witness in this offseason, and now they have a true test ahead of them.
I agree. I think it's definitely a tough road ahead of them for them right now. They have to go up against Optic if they win against FaZe, and then SSG. They're in a good place right now. They've been on a great streak so far. I was a fan of the Native Red squad, and they're almost all here. So I'm always rooting for for the upsets, even though some of the top teams might be my favorite. Yeah, it's gonna be tough.
You got 3 series left.
But hey.
Potentially 4 if there's a reset.
No, Aliak, one of the best things I've seen in today's tournament, the competition, right? It's been great. The plays have been awesome, but the viewership, the support that we've seen today has been incredible. So, we have 5,000 people watching on Twitch. I think we got up to like around 6K during one of the matches. But I have to give a little shout out to the people watching on some of the other platforms. Our YouTube has been phenomenal today. We've had 1,500 to 1,600 people watching on YouTube. I can't believe that I just said that. Last week it was like 200 people on YouTube. Now it seems like the people are loving on YouTube. So if you want to watch on YouTube, you've been watching on YouTube, like, thank you so much. If you've been supporting us on Twitch, it's been insane over here. The chat has been just blowing up. I think we went on a level 11 hype train earlier.
I was gonna say
it just insane support.
Yeah, it's been really incredible. That level 11 hype train, we were trying to get to level 15. Active said he was gonna cast without pants on, so I'm not sure if he's still wanting to do that. But if we get to level 15, we could maybe be like, yo, Active, you said you were gonna so ooh, let's go. Looks like the game is ready to go. Optic versus Shopify Rebellion.
Timothy Active, take your pants off.
Well, guys, hope you guys are ready for this one, because let me tell you, we're wearing pants on, but I promise you, this matchup's gonna be so good, it's gonna knock your socks off. It may just knock your shirt off. It may just knock your pants off. People thought I was faded for a bit when I was saying
Pat, we get a negative for this match.
The Shopify Rebellion team is going to be a legitimate top 4 team in the league going into the second event. They're already top 4 in this tournament.
Not just the dogs.
Opportunity to upset, and mind you, one of the biggest upsets that we see, the runner-up of your World Championship Optic Gaming, Shopify Rebellion, are here. And if you're sleeping on them, it might just be dead after long.
We've got that, of course, top 3, right? Space Station in the grand finals waiting. We've got FaZe in the losers finals, and Optic Gaming looking to make their spot. But like you said, Rebellion has a chance for this upset to happen. Formal's gonna go down instantly here. It's gonna be a 3 dead for Optic Gaming. Rebellion showing right off the bat that aggression is working.
I got the chance to sit down with Coach Best Man, and we talked about how this team came together. He talked about wanting to poach away from those native Red Boys and challenge him in a new way. Let me tell you, he's accepted that challenge. 4-0 start here for Soul Snipe, and really has been the driving force of this rebellion.
He's throwing jeebs. Oh my! Wait, this guy's elite.
A double kill out of him, courtesy of a crazy Hail Mary grenade.
This brother's elite.
Kill onto Formal and almost stays alive. That's so trippy.
We're throwing jeebs now.
Yeah, when you get some kills like
also,
that,
brother just team killed.
Normally cutting the center of the map is not the greatest, but you're, feeling good. You want to just do as much damage as possible, and that's exactly what he does. Optic Gaming, though, gonna make them pay here off those couple of deaths. It's a double cap locked in, and now they're starting to get some points. 16-25 now.
Excellent kill come out of Trippy. Trades out his life there, but still with the 3v3 scenario. Rebellion may have the lead, but as of right now, Optic have the double cap. That's until Rebellion are working on Charlie. Optic going to try to out-rotate him and work towards Alpha. Now Bravo is starting to change hands
good
as well.
play.
You're seeing the objective efficiency coming out of both
but
these
that's good
squads.
help.
But once the slays start coming in, that's really going to determine map control.
100%. Stronghold is definitely a rotation game. You got to get those slays first, right? Then you can start to plan your rotation. That's exactly what Rebellion does in this situation. They're going to secure B.
Formal's on the board.
Lock the spawns on the
My
blue.
glorious king
Now
finally gets a kill.
Slay mode, as you can see in the kill feed already. Lucid goes down first, and Formal's going to share with him.
Psycho's impressed everybody with his ability to pick and choose his gunfights. He finds
Proud
the
man.
right angle and just makes the right play, makes the game look simple as he affects 3 of the 4 deaths for Optic Gaming, and now Formal just coming off a spawn.
Formal finna die again.
Psycho's sights as well. They're attacking Charlie. Is Formal able to take down Suppress? That is the first domino to fall that Optic want to take advantage of.
Yeah, Cycle, one of the youngest players in the HCS right now, and I've talked about him before. His growth has been phenomenal from last season into the offseason, now into day 2 of season 3. I can't wait to see where this player goes. I think he's got a huge future ahead of him.
Switching gears over towards Formal, over towards the low ground. Dead Zone did hit the black screen, but luckily Formal stays alive, gets a huge melee kill, and now an important 2v2 pivotal battle. And Optic not only working on the damage, but also working on taking Bravo at the same time. Rebellion, an unorthodox Alpha and Charlie setup out of them. Are they going to be able to hold it?
Probably not, right? What you do with an AC setup is you essentially try and rotate out, but it looks like Optic Gaming, they spread the resources on both sides. They're going to lose that C side, but they still end up getting an AB cap, so it all works out in the end for Optic Gaming.
Damn, brother's just challenged.
Center Hill, they're not able to capitalize on that damage, though. Dead Zone's going to be in a 2v1 here. This is not good. Cycle with a massive kill. Optic falling, but Lucid
just trade central in this bitch.
Room to sweep him up.
Rebellion coming right off a spawn toward that snipe side and driving straight through the mid, focusing on taking Bravo, which they did, but sadly they gave up their lives to do so. Eventually 3 down go Rebellion once again, and you know that happens against Optic Gaming. They're gonna make it pay every time.
That's right, they're locked into a setup with 3 dead, Tony. You're absolutely correct. And you can see a setup has been locked in here. Dead Zone at the top of gold, player on that C side. That's gonna be Formal on top center. I apologize, going for that camo. And now, even though Rebellion has that 112
they should get the trip cap
lead,
here.
It's Optic who are looking to
trip
lock
cap
in
cheese.
this triple cap, and it'll start with that kill from Dead Zone.
Trip cap cheese.
To get you may be able to get the scrappy time against you, but when it comes to getting a full setup and getting value out of it, they're one of, if not the best in the league. As you see them continue to hold on to the double cap, draw you into the defenses, into their trap, get the slays out, and another triple cap comes out of nowhere. You come off a spawn and you attack Charlie, well, guess who's waiting for you? Lucid, Dead Zone, and the rest of the team. If you want a piece, you'll have to earn it. You'll have to fight your way off a spawn.
That was a good life, though. He did damage to so many people.
Yeah, Rebellion got really fortunate. Oh! The triple kill on a triple. A beautiful triple kill out of him will secure this double.
Excuse you?
But Rebellion were in the driver's seat right there. They got split spawns. Optic, though, make lemonade out of lemons. A beautiful job by them. They continue to get points.
I'm sorry, did you say trippy or drippy? Because plays are looking too good right now. Just like that young man, Joey. making plays on the board. A double kill out of Formal ends up putting Rebellion 3 down.
The Formal shooting everything.
Making a full squad wipe as Optic continues to move into their offensive set. Rebellion had so much control. They scrapped away so much time, but now Optic, they take the energy.
Whoa, hello.
Rebellion,
There's the whole team.
A triple cap is locked in, and the player we were just watching, Formal, off-season, I was like, oh man, he's playing Apex, he's playing a lot of games. Does Optic Gaming go 4 dead, but he's still
playing a lot of games.
Refreshed for the new season and ready to play. But here we go. Rebellion answer back. A triple cap is locked in for them. The push comes through to blue, and now Optic looking for a fight.
Souls Dive continues to be where their offense gets started from and continues to be one of the main reasons why Rebellion hold on to the lead. Loving the plays out of Optic, but when you get answered back at every single turn, Rebellion not only have had the lead, but they've hold on to it, and they're going toe-to-toe with one of the best in the world. Another 3 down go Optic Gaming. A triple cap now seemingly coming out of nowhere for Shopify Rebellion. Dead Zone does a great job of putting down damage on the map, but you lost camouflage, and Rebellion, they still have eyes on every part of it.
The Rebellion still has eyes, and they still have a triple cap locked in until right now. It's B now being capped, but like you said, Cycle.
Oh, big stop.
They locked the triple cap in once again. Optic are
clean 4 dead.
Just a little too much here, and it's allowing Rebellion to get full control. Now they've got that. The camo was dissipated, but the damage has been done.
And we talked about this young man being able to pick and choose his angles and his battles so well, and a camouflage in his hand just seems a little bit unfair. Another 3 down go Optic Gaming. Rebellion, they're so close to closing it out. It's a triple cap. Optic have to attack 2 bases at the same time, and they're 2 down. They go after Bravo, but nobody's there for Alpha or Charlie.
That's a toughie at a dead zone.
Upset the green wall.
Well, they had 5.
That is actually incredible, right? I understand it's online play, but you can't take it away. Optic are one of the most disciplined teams in the HCS. They've been working on discipline since Halo Infinite came out. But in that second half of the game, I did not see any discipline out of Optic Gaming. I saw a lot of staggered pushes. I saw a lot of isolation. But honestly, you got to give it to Rebellion. They were the ones that were causing that those isolated players. They were the ones that were pushing those 2-man spawns and forcing the teammates to spawn across the map. Great job by Rebellion, 250 to 117, and now they lead the series.
When going into this matchup, you know, going to game number 1, obviously always an objective in a best-of-5 series. I gave Optic the advantage going into any game 1. If it's an oddball, I think I have the advantage. If it's King of the Hill, the same thing. The only game type I really didn't like as far as from objective efficiency wise for Optic Gaming against this Rebellion roster was Strongholds. When I think of Shopify Rebellion, I think of them always actively moving their feet, always actively making decisions. If it comes to the fact that they have to headbutt you, they got the skill in order to do it. If they need to give up because they don't have the timing and need to out-rotate on you, they will do just that. There were so many times in that game where Optic Gaming had control, had a clear setup, and were looking very good, but Rebellion, they're so quick on their feet. They're so active on the map.
Yep, and that's what caused them to innately get that victory.
Treats TS.
And now Optic Gaming play from their back foot, but this man on your screen
also,
is the one
I believe it is fine part
time,
gentlemen.
especially in a Slayer
Lock
here.
in.
We've seen Optic on Street Slayer so many times, so many incredible matches. And it all came from them just playing beautiful, solidified Halo, not taking any risks. You can see right there, they pick up the camo. No risk taken for that, no damage taken as well.
The mental may have been shaking a bit here for Optic Gaming. Rebellion need to take advantage of that. You need to ride that momentum train, and giving away active camouflage and giving an early lead, early control to Optic isn't what the doctor ordered. Somehow Rebellion able to strike back off a spawn. Trippy looking to strike with this camouflage and Bulldog combination. There it is. Taking down Suppressed. Now
Brother
the rest
Goofy.
of Optic focusing on the 3 players left of Rebellion that are trapped over towards the back A side. Now you can't let that happen. You can't let that happen.
That's what we're used to seeing out of Optic. You saw the isolation right there, right? One player on that tram side being the anchor. They take him out first, then they go for the other 3 in a 3v4 situation. That's how you got to work it. You got to work those numbers, get that control. Optic Gaming doing a great job of that.
Trippy doing a great job of keeping his teammate alive over toward the arcade side. The subway so hard to infiltrate, but it's not fully set up for Rebellion. There's holes within the defenses and holes that Optic look to exploit. Rebellion go half the members down. It's a 14-9 lead here for Optic Gaming, and Active Camouflage is coming up again.
Yeah, the best place to be when Active Camo is coming up is on the C side, but it's going to be Trippy alone, trying to do all he can against 3 players on this side of the map. Suppress going to pick that one up and punch it into his chest, and this is where they get their lead back. Or they bring this closer, I should say, 17-10. Make that 17-11. Suppress doing work with a camo. A triple kill comes out of him, bringing this game closer now. It's within 5.
Suppressing the offense of Optic Gaming, and they desperately need it because things were in danger of simply getting out of hand.
That's a good rat play. Was that Trippy?
8 kills at the
yeah.
moment. Still has the
what a play out of
camo,
Trippy.
But as he goes for the repulse, while one-shot Optic, they eagle eye him.
Taking him out is very important. He only had about 5 to 7 seconds left on that camo, but regardless, the damage was done. Optic, though, picking up the pieces. Once again, that disciplined play starting to come back here now. I called it out in game number 1, but you can see not taking risky gun fights, only taking those 100% fights, and Trippy gets that kill because of it. 24-15 now. A massive lead for Optic here. This is exactly what they wanted.
A 3v2 scenario, that's until Lucid ends up going down. Now with half the members of Optic down, Rebellion have the opportunity to try to break out of the spawn. Looks like they're sending 2 members towards the, actually making 3 members towards the Neon side. Mental having a lot of responsibility here at Arcade. Suppress tries to cover his back, but all of the damage that Trippy's putting down comes right back at him here. And finally, Trippy gets what ends up being a reversal kill out of him. 11-3 start here out of Trippy.
Yeah, great teamwork right there, too. You see Trippy kind of going into a 2v1, but the cross map was happening from the other side. Because of that, he was able to get a little bit of damage into those 2 players. Stays alive this entire time as well. This is a big live by Trippy, and look at him already running towards his teammate Formal, but again, in another 2v1. Great job by Rebellion right there to stay together and make sure to have each other's backs in that bait and switch.
Looks like a 29-22 lead here for Optic Gaming. The first kill also favors them, and even Lucid willing to trade out his life. He knows the active camouflage is coming up, and the rest of Optic had eyes on it. But Rebellion are really doing a great job of zoning them out. Formal might have to give up his life in order to create the burn, and I'm not sure he was able to do that. He dies over towards Laundry. What happened to Camo? Is it down or is it burnt? I'm gonna assume it was burnt.
We will see, but
nope.
It's Lucid that picks
I'm Lucid.
And that's insane,
Who would
right?
have thought?
Because Rebellion had the strong side of the map for that camouflage. There was a big tussle in the middle of the map, and Lucid somehow comes away with it. This is a big camo here. We'll see what he's able to do with it. Already gets an assist and a kill as well, and he's looking for more. Lucid popping off once again. 4 dead for Rebellion. 11-7 for Lucid.
Great double kill out of Lucid there. He's not done yet. Looks like a 38-28 lead in favor of Optic Gaming at the moment. And look at how they gain space immediately. From the spawn, they attack the 50% portion of the map. And you have Formal, Matt in your base. You have Lucid that clears out the PD side. No snitching around here as they go right back to attacking these spawns.
Your brother's cooking right now.
At the moment are getting cycled as Optic look to answer back in the series.
So many of these teams just started scrimming, but Optic Gaming, even with a new member, doesn't look to have missed a beat. A beautiful cycle of kills here brings them within 5 of tying this series up.
Whoa.
Tripping with the shotty. Puts it to the body of the opposition for Rebellion.
Hey, yo.
Dead Zone wants to push over towards Subway with Lucid, but a nade holds him out, and luckily Lucid on his own is able to create trades, and honestly, trades are all you're looking to get right now. You've been dominating Rebellion literally all game long, especially when going into the mid game, where you continue to cycle them from the C side to the A side. Optic were everywhere on the map. I bet sometimes it probably felt like a 4v5 if you were Rebellion.
We got to talk about Trippy right there. 19 kills, 8
game
assists,
3
and
oddball
only 7
cheese.
deaths. What a massive game out of him. And sometimes you got to will your team forward. It was him and Lucid and, of course, Formal, who all had double-digit kills. 50-33.
Oh,
that is
look
a
at Trippy.
massive Slayer game for Optic Gaming, and a
toughie for Mental
made as well.
Sometimes on the streets, though, you
Take a
just
look
get
at some of the
fucking
highlights
cycled,
here.
bro.
Loving what we saw from the objective
Like they were saying, like
side
you can get straight blended on this shit. Ishid, Argyle,
going to be not only this event, not only the first tournament, but all year long.
Plaza especially.
Right now, they're gonna be rivaling Quadrant with the way that they play Stronghold.
Shit's so snowbally, bro. You just get blended.
Going through to the final tournament of the year, but still, I think Rebellion gonna be that good at Stronghold. Even going into the beginning of this game too, we saw some fight out of Rebellion here, but just I want to see them more in the objective side. I think that's really where they shine as Rebellion. Slayers are tough for both of these teams, but especially with Rebellion going against the likes of Lucid, Dead Zone, and some of the best players in the game.
Here we go, Tony. It's game number 3. You call this the swing game. Very important game for both sides here. Optic Gaming, obviously in the momentum side of things with that massive win. We'll see if they can continue that momentum forward. But Cycle on your screen, the youngest player in the HCS, looking to stop that.
Early kill here for Cycle. Does the damage to force the early port back with the Quantum Translocate. I believe that's Lucid that has a hold of it, and Formal that has the sniper. So all of the sandbox was favoring Optic at one point, but somehow it was Rebellion were the first ones to grab a hold of that ball. Scrappy time out of them, but what they need is those slays. What they need is an early setup.
Yeah, that pressure from Rebellion on the Brute side of the map is what allowed them to rotate this ball over. It's still going to be a little bit of resistance here from Optic Gaming, but Soul Snipe, he has the snipe in hands to stop that from happening. He's going to whiff a shot, though. 3 of his teammates go down. Soul Snipe's the last player alive.
Already taking a couple of souls with them. The Reaper right now, looking like Soul Snipe with the sniper in hands. Finally, the only thing that can stop him is the ammo count on it. The S7 running out of that ammo, but Soul Snipe currently running at Optic. He has the teammate with him, almost runs off the map. Clambers right back on to end up going right back down. Mental wants to try to get value out of his life here. He has suppressed behind him, but those first 2 kills go to Optic Gaming, and that's really tough on the push of Rebellion.
Yeah, Rebellion, I mean, they're trying to break this setup from all angles here. You see a lot of players sent from Nest, but you can see 4 dead again for Rebellion. Optic Gaming, they've got every angle covered. This is going to be devastating if they can continue to hold this setup for any longer.
Rebellion immediately coming off a spawn. We see 3 members over toward the Camel side, but they have to break out because the moment the Optic recognize where you're at, they trap you immediately. The same thing they did on the streets, they can do on Live Fire 2 out of 3 of the most punishing maps that we have in the game.
Rebellion have tried to send a couple towards Nest and a couple top center, but you can see now the triple push comes from the top center of the map. Still, Lucid's not going down. They want this initial kill onto Lucid, but they just cannot get it. And because of that, it's going to be more time for the side of Optic Gaming. Look how long he has to live, Tony.
Brothers milking.
Simply using the environment to play his life, trusting his teammates, drops the ball and continues to put down damage, making MVP plays. It is a Lucid at the moment here, but eventually Rebellion continue to send wave after wave towards that tower side. Great job suppressing Optic. Not a great job letting that final player get away with Camo. It's Formal, and Formal doing some damage with it.
Yeah, Lucid did all he could to stay alive in that situation, but, you know, Rebellion were getting brute spawns. They're, you know, very close to where Lucid was with that ball, so they were able to kind of, like you said, funnel in over and over and over again. But look at the score here at the bottom center of the screen. It's still 25-68. Rebellion have a long way to go.
Ball makes it towards tower. Suppressed. Getting into a bit of a, what did you call that, a tussle with Formal. Ends up going down. Formal. He's the one player I just wouldn't challenge, man. That reticle is always centered. He simply never misses. At one point he shot almost 80%, and I wasn't even surprised.
Dang, bro. All right, go chat. I'm running to the bathroom real quick.
Absolutely insane, Tony.
I will return shortly.
In my life. And Optic Gaming with that 80% from Formal are going to get some more ball time here. Lucid having a phenomenal game. Look at him getting all of this ball time. Of course, Dead Zone does have 61 seconds, but Lucid going 9-3, rotating the ball cleanly towards the B side. A beautiful rotate here by Optic Gaming, but now they got a slay.
It was like 87-30 lead in favor of Optic Gaming at the moment here. Mental was able to pick off one more player of Optic that ends up leading to 3 out of 4 members going down. Dead Zone, the final player has to wait for his teammates to come off a spawn, and watching Rebellion get time after time because of it must be so tough. But now that the spawners are here, Trippy, he finds himself a kill. That ball's been rotated towards the green side. Soulsnipe comes right back in to deal with Trippy and then focuses over towards the green side of the map where he knows Optic are continuing to push forward. Portal's right back in, gets himself a double kill. Who is this man? Soulsnipe is here.
The Quantum Translocator is in such a beautiful spot. Another, shout out to the Insights team. Absolutely perfect spot for this QT. It is so beautiful to watch this QT be put to work on this map. Finally, we get to see the skill ceiling of this equipment, and you saw it showcased right there.
Still on board with Soulsnipe right now. Who else will we be on when he's shooting like this? But finally, they slow him down. He checked him just a bit. Multiple members of Optic are still up, and Lucid wants to get this ball out of the hands of Psycho. It's not played, but he's still being pushed right now over toward the tower side. This is a power position, but as long as nades don't come your way.
Yeah, Rebellion got camo for that, Tony, but I mean, look at that. It's 8 seconds left for Optic Gaming. Rebellion did so much work to try and bring this game back. That camo was picked up, but not able to be utilized. In Optic, they'll take round number 1.
Win round come out of Optic in a swing. Game number 3. As of right now, the series tied up at 1 apiece, and oftentimes the team that wins that third game ends up winning the series. Optic put themselves in a great position to close out on a very scrappy Rebellion roster. But if Soulsnipe keep making plays like that, watch out Optic Gaming. He's currently 14-9, leading Slays in the entire lobby.
Yeah, the QT just makes things really interesting, right? It's on the back of green, camo's on the other side of the map, so you got to decide where you're gonna throw your resources. What are you gonna play for? Because they're both powerful in their own right. You see Optic Gaming though, even once again when Rebellion came back, they still come out swinging in this round number 2, and with 3 dead for Rebellion, they look to take control and force spawns on the B side.
Nice 15-0 run as Rebellion having to come off a respawn. Trippy not hitting the first shot, so that's going to allow Rebellion to break out towards Nest, which is exactly what they're doing. Lucid with the early rotation, but not able to get it back towards the A side. Setting up for that rotate might end up costing Optic some valuable time here, especially as Trippy can't find a sniper shot.
Yeah, I mean, look at Rebellion. Look how fast they are on their feet, right? Even though they have to play through Nest side all the way to C-Plat, all the way back through Brutes to Camo, they're still able to get there very quickly. They don't allow the rotation from Optic to happen. Pancakes are served. Welcome to breakfast time for Trippy, but it doesn't matter at the end of the day because Suppressed is still alive, and look at him play his life so well with this snipe.
Shopify serving breakfast all day, looking like an IHOP in here. As Suppressed continues to put down damage, and again, Formal gets the best of him. Suppressed not afraid to challenge anybody, but again, if you see Formal, maybe just duck for cover a little bit. Just a little bit.
It's a good tip, Tony. Just hide your head. Shoots really well, also has communication like a UAV. It's one of the couple of attributes that Formal brings to the roster here, but now we're on board with Dead Zone, one of the new members of this Optic Gaming roster. I talked about how much work he's going to have to put in to get that chemistry with Optic to be solid. See if he's able to continue to get comfortable with this roster though, but as we say that, 44 seconds added up for Optic Gaming already.
The most dangerous game of Ring Around the Rosie, and it ends with Trippy falling off the map. I'm not gonna lie, I was confused by that battle here, but Soulsnipe not confused whatsoever. Keeps his eyes on the prize, putting down damage, ends up stopping the ball carrier from rotating toward the tower side, and now look at the rest of Rebellion start to move in. Look at Mental still away Camo, and now Psycho angle him out perfectly. Formal wanted to get that Camo burnt, and although he was able to get the kill on Psycho, Mental gets away with camouflage.
Yeah, and that's all due to Mental's beautiful movement. Gets the second kill onto Lucid, but a great job by Optic Gaming right there to make sure to shut down the Camo player. If there was one catalyst to get Rebellion back into this game and get them this round win, it was that Camo. Now it looks nearly it looks nearly impossible, very difficult, at least for Rebellion to bring this back. They've got to get that setup locked in. Optic Gaming, though, very solid at breaking those setups.
Looks like about a 62-12 lead here still for Optic Gaming. Rebellion have done a great job slaying on the map. As far as their slays, they're looking good, but the objective efficiency, not quite there. Now a full setup here for Rebellion, broken as quick as it came. The play ball is forced off, and somehow Rebellion are still 3 down. If they can get the kill onto Suppress, they'll move this ball forward, or they'll do both at the same time. Draw Suppress back and rotate that ball to tower.
Yeah, great job leaving Suppressed right there. He's out of the play. He doesn't matter. We want the rotation towards tower. They end up getting it. Suppressed turns away too early. He ends up going down. This is going to be 3 dead for Rebellion. This could be the nail in the coffin here for the side of Rebellion for this game.
75 points and counting. Optics still have that ball in hands. Somehow Rebellion have to drive it off the map here, but it starts with the pressure, and so far they haven't been able to get just that, especially with Formal holding them out and putting slays on the map. Look at all the damage, and finally Formal said, you know what, fine, I'll play a bit of ball time. His first 5 seconds of the game so far, but when you're putting down damage like he is, and you're a well-oiled machine like Optic is, eventually you take those swing games.
Yeah, they rotated to B, and they will close out this round and also this game. Optic Gaming are going to lead your series versus Rebellion 2-1.
Damn.
Still a great fight for Rebellion.
All right, Chad, we back.
Like
for the milk.
Some way, somehow, you have to give Rebellion a bit of.
I had to brush my teeth again too. My teeth were feeling weird. I'm not gonna lie.
Based on their ability to slay and go toe to toe with Optic Gaming.
Never happened to you.
I'm looking at that game, and obviously series not over.
What up, Fallen Angel?
You know what? That round number 1.
How's it going, brother? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the chat.
Played in round number 2, at least in the slays department, you're almost right there. I'm thinking you fix a few things, especially when it comes to holding the setup after you get the break. And Rebellion continue to get better and better. This is a new squad. In fact, half of the rosters were half a native red towards the end.
Soul Snipe is actually elite. That QT play that he made to get that double was actually crazy. I know they're going to show it, but that show's actually elite.
It's going to take some time to get acclimated, and so far, they're even top 4 in this tournament.
Yeah, 100% agree, Tony. I mean, we talked about Optic Gaming having to work really hard to get that chemistry down, and I think they're getting more comfortable every series we see them with the addition of Dead Zone, of course, and APG not being a part of the roster anymore. But Rebellion, like you said, have to switch out 2 players, so it's even more work that you have to do. But, you know, what's great about these players and both of these rosters is that work will be put in, and they will flourish over time because they want it that bad.
Going into another objective game type, and this is where Optic make their bread and butter. You saw the likes of Dead Zone getting 90 seconds worth of ball time. You saw Lucid getting 90 seconds worth of ball time.
Sounds good, Fallen Angel.
Going to King of the Hill, it's kind of the same.
I hope you're doing well, bro.
They get into their setups, they hold it, and then
good to see you in the stream.
They rotate quickly. Rebellion gonna have their work cut out for, but they're a pretty objective, efficient team.
Wow!
Yo,
Wayne Doodle with the prime 38 months.
Really
welcome back. Much respect as always.
And holding on to them.
Is that 3 years and some change? 3 years and 2 months?
It's a little bit of that, so we'll see. One of my favorite game type
big ups.
combinations.
The Wang Doodle, man.
Here.
Big up the whole Wang Doodle.
Cross angles that you can get.
Thank you for the prime, man. Welcome back.
It just makes
my
it's
dog.
so difficult to break, but look at that. Optic Gaming go 3 down. Rebellion have now a chance for control.
Hey, hell yeah.
But
Much love, Fallen
stays
Angel.
alive in pipes, which is going to be massive.
Appreciate the vibes.
I love you always talk about cross angles when talking about recharge. That's just a fancy way to say that you're a camper. You're a Call of Duty camper. You go yourself top glass and you sit there, s'mores and all. But don't try to spice it up, okay?
Love my campfires.
These brothers are goofy.
I would love a s'more right now. But I meant some more gameplay because these two are neck and neck. The fact that Rebellion were able to get 1 game on this
series I want some more gameplay. I'm sick to my stomach.
They've got to find that divot in the flow state to try and bring this
I can't
back,
believe
to try
this.
and tie this series up and bring us to a game 5. And it starts right here. Cycle, he's in the hill. 2 players from Rebellion have the cross angle, and I believe Cycle's pipes are covered as well. So they're in a good spot to get some time.
Cycle's only died 1 time so far. putting some valuable hill time here. 2 members of Optic Gaming end up going down. The other 2 trying
the Golden Boy cast? Well, I imagine you'll probably get Golden Boy at the LAN.
And now they have a very important resource on the
These
map
brothers
that
kind of
they
handle
were to
business
use
online,
against
but
Rebellion, put
I
them
imagine
three
once we get to like the
down,
majors, you know, it's gonna be Onset of Bravo. It's gonna be Golden Boy and Walshy.
Yeah, Formal having this camo is really just what caused this to happen, right? He's able to be so elusive and again taking these 1v1s and also staying alive. The fact that he's not cleaned up right now is so bad for Rebellion, and it's going to allow Optic to get
bro.
that first
LVT paying out of pocket for everything, bro. They completely self-funded.
So
I think prize pools and all for their tournaments.
I'm sorry, the first one to spawn as the rest come up, and Cycle's going to be a bit late, so they have to wait to push.
And what impresses me is that they're fresh off of taking the hill on one side of the map.
And that's not a slight at Tony and Tim either.
They're already in the
Don't get it twisted.
They're already about
y'all know
halfway done
those
with
are my
this
dogs. I
before
love those
Rebellion
guys.
even know what hit them. Finally, Rebellion put them 3 down, but an excellent job of moving from one hill to another, one setup to another, and getting the objective time with it.
Yeah, obviously those
has, you know, so
obviously
many
those
different tentacles to it. There's so many
those
things
you know, like the A team, the big casters, like those are going to come with a pretty hefty price tag, I would assume.
You see, they're kind of locked in on a setup. Formal overextends just a bit on the long haul side, so he'll go down, and that's going to mean Trippy has to win a really low percentage fight here. This shroud screen will help though, and so will his teammate on the back of Hydro. A beautiful job by Trippy staying alive right there.
I love that you use the word tentacles, almost like an octopus. Optic are able to multitask so well. They're able to slay you, hold you, and put objective time, and by the time you get involved, it's simply too little, too late. 2-0 for Optic Gaming.
It's a great start, of course, to the game that will win them this series. They look really upset, Tony, after they lost that first game, and they haven't stopped since.
Golden Boy got his hands full, bro.
It's been a very even distribution of kills.
He be doing all type of different esports.
Stands out for me, 9 and 5 already.
I'm pretty sure he'd be on TV and shit.
Once again, the newer member to the team has 8 assists to his name, so putting in that work.
Really got his hands
full. Formerly known as Penguin from SSG last season, Dead Zone, going into Optic Gaming, 6 kills, 8 assists to his name. And a great job of putting down shots, staying alive, and being a nuisance, a thorn in the side of Rebellion.
Damn, they are getting absolutely waxed right now.
You have to deal with players that are so good at staying alive,
That's
so
a triple.
good at getting triple kills like this.
It should be 3-0. That should be a cap.
How do you get them out of the hill?
And this should be pretty much over.
Optic is so good at this setup. Look at this. So you have Formal on the top of that ledge. You've got Trippy alongside him as well.
That chalk emote is fire. Whose emote is that?
And then you've got a lot of
players
from Rebellion trying to push
it's a dope emote.
And
I like
once
that.
they think they have a little bit of an opening, here comes Lucid, cleaning them up. Hill number 3 locked in. Optic Gaming 1 more, and they will win this series.
Saying like classic fiber, like Reach looking like with the scope.
So the fact that you're getting steamrolled this quickly at least leaves you time to be able to respond and maybe tie things
that'd be
up
cool.
A little bit more than a minute per hill, and you just managed to put Optic Gaming 2 down.
Yeah, Fallen Angel, that's a dope
one of the
emote.
most deadly players in the game, especially with the shock in his hands. Reticle placement on point, but can't quite find the head of Cycle. 3 members of Rebellion should be able to drive him out. I don't care how good you are with the shot. There's no way you can stop 3 players. There's no...
You're lying, Tony. There is a way. It's that chain link damage that's very possible. And one of the things with the shock is you have to have that steady aim, right? It's a 3-bullet burst in the shock.
The Formal got steady aim pro.
To get that perfect. They are very quick in succession, but at the same time, if you don't have a steady reticle like we see on a Formal here, those shots are not going to hit. And he hits a couple bodies, and his teammates are there to help him clean it up. And look at him playing very, very passive here. Wants to make sure he keeps control of tower, and he does.
I need me a carbine too.
Out by Dead Zone.
Formal, I would like to personally apologize.
Fuck the bandit. I need me a carbine.
Apparently, I wasn't familiar with your game. I thought if you're in a 1v3, even with the shock rifle, that you come out, that you're end up coming out dead. But eventually, a little bit of teamwork, some lucky spawns, and you with your amazing shot and your ability to stay alive.
This is some good time.
I'm making excuses. Let me get a proper. I apologize. That's on me. My bad.
That's right. You buy him dinner next time you see him.
Dang, bruh.
He deserves it. A beautiful showcase out of him. 10-9 in this game. Dead Zone, 10-10, and I'm sorry, 10-11 and 9. Again, just a great amount of assists for him.
That brother just got nuked.
Job by Optic Gaming. That'll be all.
I just saw Oppenheimer in 3D on his screen, bro.
Tony halfway there.
Alright, let's see if this is a game.
The lead as far as this hill, but you have to be able to hold on to
H4F, my glorious king, reading the spawns.
When Rebellion find themselves spawning towards the opposite side of the
all
map.
good.
Now it's about winning pivotal battles, and Cycle
Online
does end up
cheese.
winning. Soul Snipe grabbles all the way in front of his teammate to get his back. That's what
Oh my god, they
call
broke.
teamwork.
What the
I wish
fuck?
my matchmaking players would have my back like Soul Snipe.
What the fuck?
Tony, I play with you. That's not cool, man. I give you all the assistance in the world. It's
I
just,
said what I said.
Okay, well, we'll have to work on that.
Do get a hill.
As you see,
2:20 game clock.
First cap of the game.
Whoa.
Is this comeback possible, Tony? There's only 2 minutes and 23 seconds left, but I just feel like they've got a little bit more gas in the tank. As I say that, Soul Snipe goes down.
Double counted them as Rebellion put their first
Whoa.
kill on the board. 2 minutes
Whoa.
and 6 seconds on the clock.
He's tweaking slime.
Somehow
Nah.
able to stay alive using the environment.
What was that?
Almost like a prime 2008 snipe down-esque with the way he's able to use that environment, stay alive, and turn it into kills that he has no business doing. However, Rebellion still put Optic 3 down. Rebellion still find himself over toward this hill, which is exactly what they need. You have 2 minutes and 10 seconds in order to capture this hill and move on to the next one. You don't want to get caught between the scoreboard and the shot clock.
Here's the quick drop I talked about. It's really
Climber?
interesting, but it lowers your head just enough to force the headshot to be missed. Soul Snipe utilizing those mechanics once again, and you see Rebellion almost about to get their second cap in the game. Still 2 minutes
Hang
left.
on,
The
surely
timer
not,
hasn't
right?
moved. When you're sitting in
Surely
that
not,
hill,
right?
in that hill, the timer stops, and Rebellion is utilizing that. Now this game seems more possible than it did before. Rebellion still have it in
Good initial by
As the
Trippy.
lights get brighter, Rebellion simply have gotten better and better throughout this game. The first week at Hills went handsomely in favor of Optic Gaming.
Oh,
Since
grenade,
then,
damn.
Rebellion have responded and have responded so well, and like you said, things are looking very possible, because I said 2 minutes and 11 seconds to take
How did that
2
brother
hills.
get through?
You got 2
Oh my god, he
minutes
gets
and 10
2.
seconds now.
Oh my god, they broke
1
again.
second worth of neutral time passed between the last hill and this hill, and now
So what do we
Optic
think
find themselves
the
forward down.
Halo
Although
project in
getting some
development is?
great
A whole game or just a
progression in this
story?
hill, Rebellion,
If I had to
you
guess,
hold
it's
on
probably
to
a
the
whole
center,
nother game at
and
this
you can
point.
make things happen.
I'm really impressed by this.
They had said initially that they had like a 10-year plan for Infinite, and you know it's supposed to get all these updates and blah blah blah. blah.
Being involved in those kills,
But like,
Optic
just kind of reading the writing on the wall,
pushing through on this
like
hill here.
the launch wasn't what everybody expected it to be. Like the game didn't really turn out to be what everybody wanted it to be. I don't think it quite landed or quite had the staying power that 343 or Microsoft wanted it to have. It's a good win by Optic. So we get Optic Phase next. Let's go. But yeah, obviously I think the game's alright. Like, obviously I think it's in a better spot now. We still have some good competitive integration. I think viewership is still better, especially better than it was at the end of Halo 5. But I don't think that it quite had the effect or the staying power that 343 or Microsoft wanted it to, or that we all wanted to. So if I had to guess, I think just reading the writing on the wall, there's probably a new game in development that we're going to get in a year or two. Especially like recently, like they've said like we're not getting seasons for Halo Infinite anymore. We're just getting like content updates. Like if we were going to play Infinite for another like, if we're going to play this game for another like 6 years or 7 years or something, like
this team and Optic Gaming,
I feel like they would still be announcing all these new grand plans for it, or still be hinting at like this bright future or like whatever.
Puzzle piece into the puzzle, and it seems to be fitting pretty well. If you ask
Oh, we
me,
love Halo
15
5 over here, Fallen
on a
Angel. Like
penguin,
Halo 5
a
was like
beautiful
peak
shell
for us,
case by
but
Tony.
if we're just looking objectively, like in terms of viewership, like bro, at the end of Halo 5, like our peak tournaments would get like 2,000 or 3,000 viewers, and like just the way everything is now, like
Optic Gaming moving forward towards their rematch against
viewership
SSG,
and everything's just a lot better.
They have to face off against FaZe, who
free-to-play model, I think there's probably a lot more people playing the game as well than would be otherwise. There's obviously still not a ton of people playing the game, but
oh,
100%, Fiber. Me too.
That last match for a moment,
yeah, all that to say, to make a long story short, I think we're probably going to get a new Halo game in a year or two.
What is it, Tools? What is it?
Probably closer to 2
think
years,
it's just
maybe even
a little
3.
bit more time is needed, right? I think Tony said it just right. They can hold their head up high. You do not feel ashamed about how you performed right there. There was some great moments. They're explosive when they need to be. They're all putting in that. Look at that damage out. Look, they're all like putting in that same sort of work in the game. It doesn't really feel like there's one player that's just explosive all the time. Obviously, like we're talking about Suppress and how great he's been playing, but everyone is right there with him. It really feels like a team effort at all points in time. I think they just need a little bit more reps against the best of the best, being in these tournament experiences and being able to overcome some of the best teams to ever play Halo.
That's exactly who they are playing against one of the best teams right now in Halo Infinite. And FaZe coming up next, Optic versus FaZe. It's gonna be an explosive match, that one. I'm really looking forward to it. I wouldn't even know how to begin predicting that one even.
I think we have a thrilling game 1 on our hands. I'm very excited for this.
I'm gonna say FaZe. I'm gonna say FaZe 3. It's gonna be FaZe 3, 1, or 2. 3, 1, or 3, 2.
Classic game type snipers on both sides. I think we're gonna see
yeah, Fallen Angel. There's just
in this series. So
opening it up to crossplay has just opened a whole other like slew of issues, like
60 years old, Instagram, whatever.
Like trying to
let everyone know. Optic versus
trying to
FaZe,
sort of
the Classico.
make mouse and keyboard more viable because of the controller aim assist advantage. Obviously cheaters, like just desync and everything. Like
subs before. I think it's like it's in
plus
the
they tried to make Infinite
range.
work on PC, the next generation consoles, and they tried to make it work on the previous generation consoles, which I don't think they work very well.
Because this is the only time that we've ever been this high on subs without going to a LAN event. But
also just in this day and age, like free to play, like cross play, like it just makes the most sense.
1529 on online only.
Especially like for a game like Halo, where like, Halo's always been an Xbox exclusive.
We have these many subs right now. I want to try to get as close to our record as possible. So our record
without crossplay, Infinite might be dead altogether.
91. So hey,
I think the fact that it's crossplay and it's free to play is the only reason there's still any player base.
Wherever we finish today, that's where you're going to finish in your matchmaking, right? That's going to be your
because
CSR.
the game is
right now
accessible.
You're 1529. You just hit on it. How high can you go? Can you get to that lucid status?
That's exactly how that works. So you hear that, chat? Exactly how that works.
1 to 1.
No, everybody who has been supporting the stream, in case you guys are new
like,
here,
I mean, just by the nature of
LUT
exclusivity,
is
like
funded by the community, so everything, all the support
like,
that you
bro,
guys give
if
us,
you have to have an
enable us
Xbox
to
Series
bring the
X
show,
to
every
play
time
Halo
there's
Infinite,
an HCS event,
then like
and
just by
also
nature,
for us to
way less
go
people are gonna
and
have it.
Bring the show in person over there at the championships. We have Arlington in just
Plus,
like a few
I mean,
weeks,
bro,
3 weeks,
like,
is it 4?
I think
What day is it?
it's like we're talking about pros and cons. Like,
it's way too soon.
I think there are some negatives that come with it.
Mid-March, we have to get
but I think overall, for the betterment of like the community and the growth of the community, and just the health of the game and the scene, I think being crossplay and free to play is a very good thing. I think it should stay crossplay. I think you should definitely have a toggle. That is definitely fair. A lot of games do have the toggle.
With the Prime sub, you guys can say we're waiting for just one player. Who are we waiting on now? Yeah, it's what we got. Frosty. The Canadian.
The thing is though,
if there's ever a player that's
I understand everybody's gripe with the free to play model of like microtransactions and battle passes and all that stuff. But like the thing is, I think it is good for the game to be free to play.
I think there's just
because when we're talking about a game like Halo that is nowhere near as big or as popular or as mainstream as it used to be, if we want our game to become more popular and by nature to be healthier and better, and
when you guys subbed, and I give that one a 10.
I think,
happy to keep giving you guys
bro, I think being free to play is a great thing because the more people that play Halo, the better.
On names.
If you want to hear what Aliak has to think about your gamer tag, go post.
It's like I was just talking about with the exclusivity stuff. Like if it's just like Halo 5 is, you had to have an Xbox One.
So we added a teabag emote. You guys can see it. I want to see a wall of teabag emotes. Okay, we got.
You had to have an Xbox One to play Halo 5. And so like just by the nature of that, like it's sort of gate kept.
What does Kaida mean? Like new Kaida?
Because in order to play Halo 5, you had to buy an Xbox, you had to have Xbox Live, you had to spend $60 on the game.
Okay. That's
Which, like, I get that's how it's always been.
I'm giving that like.
But also, like, if you look at all these
3.
massively popular games these days, and like especially like in recent years, like games like Fortnite and things that have taken off, like, bro, it's just so accessible. Anybody, anywhere can play it.
You're welcome for the roast. Prime from Nuvakaida, thank you so much. And Talent coming in with the 5
on everything.
gifted subs. Ryan Noob just got one too. Ice Vein, Natty, is it Lickers? And
no, yeah, the big problem with Infinite was not that it was free to play, it was just that it launched in the state that it did. Fallen Angel, you're exactly right. No Forge, no theater, not a lot of content, somewhat broken. It took us a year or two to get really the settings and the basic content offerings that we wanted. We should have had at launch. Customization is only just now probably where it should have been at launch. Everything was locked and didn't work together.
Our record is 17.
No, like, bro, if Infinite had launched in its current state, like,
we were at 1529.
you know what I'm saying? This shit would have been way better. Way better. It's just unfortunate because
that one's fun to say. I'll give that one an easy.
I mean,
easy 8. Powerful Snail coming in with 5.
It's just hard to say how it would have worked out.
Okay, I'm not 1v1ing a powerful Snail. That sounds scary. Thank you so much for the 5
yeah,
subs. Thank you so much.
Because Battlefield, I think it just had a pretty poor launch. People weren't really liking the new COD.
You tell us in the chat how to say your
Plus,
name.
people were. I think that's when people were pretty sick of Warzone as well.
That's amazing. Thank you so much for the 10
yeah,
gifted.
they had such a golden opportunity and just kind of fumbled at the 1 yard line.
Karma, PR, hello. If you're from,
I don't even really know if they fumbled at the 1 yard line. Were they forced to put out an incompleted thing?
You from Puerto Rico or something? Let me know in the chat. Puerto Rico.
Johnny Fireball.
Unfortunately, just wasn't managed properly.
So
That's
far,
right.
Johnny Fireball.
Let's go.
Denim Chicken.
100% fiber. 100%. I don't know how much faith I have in that, but all we can do is hope the best for the future, you know what I'm saying? And I'm still always going to be glass half full, and I'm a Halo fan, so regardless of whether the new shit's good or not, I'm still going to play it. So for my sake, and for y'all's sake, and for all of our sakes, us insane people that still play Halo, I just hope that whatever the next thing is good. It doesn't have to be the best thing in the world. I've always said this. Halo doesn't have to be the most popular game in the world. We don't need to have DS-sized majors and 12 million players. And I don't need 100,000 viewers on my stream. That would all be nice.
With 2 gifted subs.
But I think we just need a good a good healthy game
we got a level 11 last time.
that functions properly and has good content and is enjoyable to play.
With 1.
And that doesn't sound like it should be that hard, but apparently it is. And that's not even a roast at just Halo. A lot of games suck these days. I don't know why.
We got some
seems to be a common trend.
Love Hops. He used to cast us way back in H5.
Didn't I call Legend C4 a bot yesterday? I'm pretty sure it was.
COD's been kind of cheesed the past few years.
I think we're about to break our level 11 hype trade, by the way, Alec.
We are. We're 93% with 4 minutes left.
Obviously, we were just talking about Battlefield having a shit launch.
The tier 1. Thank you so much. My dog reminds me of a box.
Pure Delight breaks the record for us, level 11. Where our new record for today is now level 12. Pure Delight with 5 gifted subs. This is awesome. Like, first HCS tournament.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, Fallen Angel,
so much great
all we can do is
Twitch.
hope the best for the future.
Well. We got 1,700 people watching over there right now, but we broke 2K on the YouTube last series. We're just breaking records today. HCS season
you know what?
3,
like I said, I'm an insane person, and I love Halo, so I'm still gonna be here playing the shit.
With the gifted sub as well to Noon.
I'm still gonna play this.
Thank you.
Like I said, if I had to guess, we probably have Infinite for another like 2 years. I'll be here for those 2 years.
But it's a sandal that is smacking the screen.
Una chancla. To call it chancla.
And hopefully we'll have Something new at the end of that.
HCS Pro Talk.
And maybe, I don't know, bro. I don't know if we're still holding out for a new BR or if...
Thank you, level 12. Maybe we get to level 13. This is insane.
FaZe versus Optic begins now.
The support has been
Certain Affinity and Blur are now involved in the new game.
And it's not even
no, I'm not too on top of like news and shit.
I'm getting hyped for this matchup. You got a rematch.
But if that's the case, that's good.
Of Worlds. FaZe
because obviously Blur makes that fire, that good shit.
This is what we're here for, ladies and gentlemen. Your first tournament here in the HCS season, and this is your losers bracket.
And obviously,
finals. The winner of this makes it into
Certain
that
Affinity.
grand finals. Make some noise if you're with me.
Oh my word, like you said,
Max Hoberman might be the GOAT.
Worlds, I have chills, and we're starting off with Lucid. He's gonna pick up the snipe. The push
might be the OG
the
GOAT.
Great job by Lucid to stay alive there, but immediately it's gonna be 3 dead for Optic Gaming. Lucid, the last one, has to play his life.
2 World
I have no idea, Fiverr.
Championship teams so far here in Halo Infinite. Year 1 belongs to Optic. Year 2 belongs to FaZe, and as of right now, Tower 2 belong to World 2 for just a bit. Luckily for Optic, they get that sniper out of the hands of World 2.
Me too,
and
Fallen
Frosty,
Angel.
he wants
Me
it
too.
back.
Yeah, Blur have made a lot of my favorite
Sit comfortably here
cutscenes.
on the top of Optic Gaming's tower, but Formal doing a ton of damage. Dead Zone's gonna get the back smack. That'll be
Obviously, the
in
H2A
hands
and the
of
Halo
Dead Zone,
Wars
formerly
shit.
known as Penguin, as they look to lock down their defenses here.
But
get control back of their base,
but also
get a
like
slay
the
and push up.
Arkham, like the Arkham City
Members of Optic
trailers
Gaming
and
now
shit.
focusing on the long haul side. Looks like we have a bit of a sniper battle. Snakepipe might have the sniper for FaZe, and I know Dead Zone has
Blur's
a sniper
made a lot of
here
banger
for
shit.
Optic Gaming. The first 2 kills go towards FaZe. Make it 3. Now Dead Zone with the sniper is the final player alive. He's trying to fight off multiple members of FaZe and doing a damn good job of it.
And if you're an 07 kid,
Oh,
you
what the
remember
hell?
all too well the snipe battles on the pit. We get to see him once again. Dead Zone gonna get a double there. But still, FaZe Clan on the aggressive push. Optic Gaming stopping in its tracks, and now they've got control of the 50% portion of the map.
I want to know how you sound to say, if you're an 07 kid like I am. Oh, God. Still with the hands of Dead Zone at the moment.
Oh, nice shot.
Make it the 4th. That's a counter snipe for him. 3 down for FaZe, a double for Dead Zone, and an opening.
That's probably the last
push
great
up into
Batman game,
FaZe's base.
Arkham
One
City.
more round
I
of
mean,
slays,
bro,
and this flag
Arkham
will
City's
be
my
over,
favorite
but
game of all
Frosty up
time,
high.
and I would argue
He has a
one
double
of the
sniper.
greatest games of all time.
Yeah, Frosty plays
For
that
my
so
money, I
well.
would say it's the
Raise
best,
last
but
player alive sits on the top
I don't know
of
if that's
Snipe,
really
sits
fair.
on the
Out
box
of all
so
the
he can
games
play his
ever, you
life
know what
as
I'm
good
saying?
as possible. He knows how important of a
Shit,
kill
Minecraft
he
might
is
be the
for
greatest
Optic
game of all
Gaming.
time.
Still on his sword side now, still maintaining that pressure. We'll see what
Nah,
he's able to
but
do with
I
the
could
snipe.
definitely see that take, that was the last great Batman game.
There it is.
For my
No
money,
scope onto
Arkham
Lucid,
Knight's really
finishes him
good.
off quick.
It's nowhere near as good
Still not a single cap
as
on the board
City.
right now, but the
Arkham
slays
Knight,
are
I mean,
going
Arkham
down for
Origins
each
and
of these
Arkham Knight are
teams,
both
and
really good.
Rockets and Overshield are
Arkham
coming
Origins
up
is
as
mad
they see
nasty
that
underrated.
Optic finds
People,
themselves 3 down in the
I feel
final
like, think
player
that game is
trophy,
shit.
Getting caught out a bit in no man's land. FaZe are starting to infiltrate
Like, bro,
the base of
realistically,
Optic Gaming. Frosty is now
all of the
working on
Arkham games are
spawning players,
bangers.
although he runs out of
Asylum
sniper,
and City,
maybe
I would
get
say,
himself
are
an
like...
OS.
FaZe are definitely
Oh,
doing
we'll be
a
seeing you.
great job here of swarming the base.
Asylum
of
and City
Optic
are
Gaming.
like
They don't even need Frosty. He's gonna get the overshield. The overshield's gonna be thrown
96, 97, 98 overalls, you know what I'm saying?
Not needed. A couple of kills
And I would
go
say
on the side
Arkham
of
Origins
Optic,
is
though.
like
Snakebite's gonna be
89.
the first one to fall, so Frosty has to
And
double
Arkham
back
Knight
here,
might
and
be...
he's got a
Arkham
push
Knight
from
might also be like
Optic coming down the
89 or a
hall.
90.
That was a full-on and
They're all fire.
executed trap by
I think
Frosty there
Arkham
as he
Origins is just
relays
the
that
least
flag
fire.
forward and over toward the needle pit. Didn't go after the overshield first, drawing Optic into a false sense of security, setting him up to send him right off the map. He could have grabbed that overshield, but instead he used the overshield.
The cutscenes,
in
the
an
combat in
interesting
City
way
where
to
Kiss
still
Kiss.
get the first cap for FaZe.
Huh?
FaZe get the first cap, like you mentioned, up 1-0, and Royal 2 in a position to get this first pick. First cap, first pick, there it is. Royal 2 still shooting, still getting shots in, but he ends up falling, and this will be the break that Optic Gaming needed. FaZe go 3 down.
3 down for FaZe, and Optic already in the base of them.
Nah, but for my money, City's my
out,
favorite
but
game
one
ever.
shot Trippy ends up being stopped short. Snakebite comes in out of nowhere with the double kill. Now
Gonna shut that shit down.
But also working on trying to locate the final 2 players of Optic Gaming.
Yeah, and a great job not desperating right there by FaZe. They make sure to get the slays, the couple of slays that they need on their side, and they get that return as well. But you see Renegade being annoying in the base of Optic. He's going to end up falling. So now Optic probably going to push up through the map, and World 2 is in a prime position to stop that push.
World 2 stuck over toward the tower side while one shot and Optic starting to rain down the grenades, but looks like they haven't found the target just yet. Still a 1-0 lead for FaZe. And excellent shots from World 2, finishing off Lucid. Now, as we down go FaZe, now actually World 2, he can't get aggressive. He has to get Optic out of his base. He has to stay alive.
Oh.
Yeah, he was trying to finesse a little bit there, but they caught him out with a beautifully placed nade. Now it's Snakebite left to do the work here on this shotgun side of the map, but Trippy comes through with the AR, cleans him up quickly.
What's the AR cheese?
You can see a lot of just discipline out of this FaZe roster, making sure to get their shields back so they can fight an advantageous fight, but Optic
So that would have been gross if he got them both.
Turning the corner, turning and burning with the flag, but they're not able
to
be
a cap.
Good
run.
Oh!
Oh no, they got it. I thought they both died.
FaZe, but it's not enough. That flag gets pushed in.
I thought it was going to be some cheese.
3 down go Optic Gaming and Renegade.
It's going to be a counter cap.
Now works on the spawning players with a double kill.
Oh, and then he reloaded. Hang on, actually.
Snakebite has the flag. A couple of shots could allow him to push up. Frosty takes down Trippy and Snakebite.
Hang on,
He's
actually.
gonna curb slide his flag right to Needles. No, he's gonna get the kill first, then curb slide it right to Needles.
Beautiful.
It's a step-by-step foundational process. You get the kills, then you move the objective. That's exactly what's done there. And a great job by FaZe,
crazy
but
fucking
they still
strafe.
have to fight on their back foot. They're in the base of Optic Gaming. Optic Gaming have the favorable spawns, and they will continue to pressure, but FaZe find a way through. This flag's on their side of the map.
And they got it out.
As
Cap.
2 down go Optic Gaming, as this flag makes it towards the base, it looks like FaZe take a 2-1 lead in Snakebite.
Whoa, cheating, blatantly cheating.
As he ends up getting taken
Dead zone
down.
walling.
So far, back and forth we go. Nades out here as 2 members of FaZe try to make it toward the tower side, and Trippy has to make sure he gets these kills before he can go after the flag, and ends up getting them. Lucid clears out the tower side. Optic now have 2 members pushing up towards training side, and they have a member on the tower. Now Optic might be able to tie things up. Have to pull this flag, but eventually FaZe come off a spawn.
Yeah, FaZe come off a spawn, and Frosty is the first one to spawn, makes it through the enemy side, and trades out a kill. So Optic have to wait for numbers.
Renegade creeping underneath him, bro.
And it's FaZe on that defensive hold. Once again, it's going to work, right? They're
they
waiting
found
for
him.
Optic to be aggressive. They're looking for angles, and that's exactly what they will try to find here. But Renegade going down and Royal 2 following up around side him, they're going to have a difficult time making sure this flag doesn't get taken.
Sniper in the hands of Lucid. Banning the banana as 3 down go FaZe once again. Renegade, the final player alive, and
making plays.
it looks like
making plays. Somebody joined.
A new challenger appears.
All right, we got to put Luigi on the other side then. That's not fair whatsoever.
Somebody joined.
Mario on one side. Where's
This
Luigi?
brother Mario spawned in.
Perfectly.
Who is this guy?
Just gonna end this up. I'm not sure. Rockets are coming up. That flag
They're not ending it.
pretty far here.
His brother spawned in. Okay, he's gone.
Looks like the game will end. Finally, player did leave, but he was in there long enough to influence the spawn.
Who is this? Who joined?
I love how Mario was just probably in the custom browser, just searching. He's like, "Oh man, I'm looking for a fun little custom game. What are these guys playing? Are they playing a clan battle? Are they playing hide and seek?" I think I recognize some of these names. Just jumps in and
who is this?
and ends up in the middle. Mario, what are you doing? It's elimination bracket finals, brother.
Mario.
Do you not recognize the names? If you see FaZe and Optic in a lobby, you leave right away. This is Mario.
But his full Dead Zone's clan tag is Ezio.
He just wants to play some Duck Hunt. What the hell?
Oh, that's unfortunate, right? And Lucid's asking what's the call, and the reason he's asking that is because they had the flag all the way through the 50% portion of the map. They had FaZe's flag through the 50% portion. Yes, FaZe was contesting, so it's really hard, even with hindsight, to see who would have capped that flag.
You probably just run it back 2-1. Yeah, 4 minutes.
We're up by 1.
Yeah, I think that's.
We'll see if Optic Gaming does agree to that.
I think that's probably what you do.
Shout out to the professional players. You know, not having to go to the admins, they can figure this out themselves. They're grown adults, and they will figure it out. But Tony, I got to talk about this.
Well, some of them are grown adults.
Energetic start this was for the side of FaZe and Optic Gaming, and we wouldn't expect anything less.
FaZe needs 2, Optic needs 3.
Absolutely phenomenal.
So again, they're doing differential.
We haven't missed a beat, ladies and gentlemen. Get on your feet.
It's not first to
HCS
1 flag
season
or anything.
3, and we're starting off with a bang.
So FaZe needs 2 flags, Optic needs 3 flags. That's all it is. FaZe is just entering this game with a 1 flag lead. So it's essentially a full replay. I actually don't mind doing it by differential.
I'm also excited.
It is a little bit cheese
going up against
in some scenarios,
us Halo fans wanted
but
to
I don't
see.
mind it in others because it just makes it less complicated.
But we get it in the first tournament going in on our way to our first LAN.
Also, wait, he said 4 minutes, so only 4 minutes on the clock?
If your mouth is dry, drink some H2O.
I don't
Put
have
some water
any.
in there, Tony. Oh my goodness gracious.
I ran out of it in game 1.
Well, what's not run out in game 1 is a lot of great plays. It's Trippy with the Rockets to start this off.
Whoa.
Control of these Rockets could be massive, but he
Whoa.
misses the first one. Dead Zone's gonna go down. He ends up
Seeing your boy getting
gets one
blamed right in
kill,
front
but
of you
will that be enough for them to push
is
in?
unfortunate,
No, they've got to
Dante.
back up and wait for Dead Zone to
That's
spawn.
also unfortunate timing.
World 2, bringing that sniper over toward the tower side. This is
Damn.
has to be frightening if you're on the other side of it. Optic needs to prioritize getting involved, and Lucid does chase him down with a warning
Damn.
shot, but that just gives a new angle for Royal 2 to thread the needle from sword to sword, as he's not done holding forward while Reticle is down and trained on the opposition, just barely missing the body shot.
Gravel
but still
cheese?
finishes
Oh, his
him
gun
off
was
with
blocking the guy
bandit.
cuts.
FaZe
Didn't see
are
him.
now in the
Got
sword.
the call out, though.
Now in the base of Optic Gaming, they have passed the 50.
Yeah, and Sword, oh my goodness gracious, a killing spree for Royal 2. Sword has become so strong, Tony, and it's this right here, the Bulldog control in Sword makes Sword such a massive place to stand and a massive place to control, and it's going to be Royal 2 in a crucial battle versus Dead Zone. Dead Zone has the repulse and takes him out. It'll be Optic Gaming with control of the Bulldog.
How many times have we seen Royal 2 barking? Well, you know, that bite with that Bulldog has to be a bit louder than the bark. As multiple going down for FaZe. Frosty putting that sidekick to work, takes down 1, puts Formal down to 1 shot. Snakebite is able to clean up those kills, making it look easy on his way toward the long haul side.
Only 2 minutes on the game clock, though.
And that's what makes them so good, right? They put that damage in, it's going to get cleaned
Optic
up
has to
every
cap at
single
least
time,
once
you
and
see
keep
right
FaZe
there,
from capping, basically.
Snakebite's gonna push a bit aggressive. He does put the damage in. Unfortunately, goes down. It'll be 3 down for FaZe now as Frosty tries to find this kill inside a Sword on Trippy.
FaZe have been trying to start
played
the pushes
by
from the
Trippy.
training and the Sword side of the map, but somehow Optic have been able to anticipate it, and they get a momentary advantage on
Yeah,
their way
Optic
to
is
infiltrate
down
the side
1 flag.
of FaZe. Now you have Snakebite sitting towards the Mauler side of the map, getting nades from
Brother
the
just
front,
saw
back,
Oppenheimer in the
side to
fucking
side,
Needler,
making them
bruh.
dance, but eventually Snakebite
Or in the
goes
Baller,
down.
excuse me.
Optic get the pull. Formal not able to defend Dead Zone for long. World 2
Good damage,
with
it's
one
good
of the
milk.
best mid-range to long-range shots
It's
in
a good
the
play
game
by
is
Royal 2.
banded the tower
It's
side
gonna be a dead
and
run.
keeping Optic away from the flag.
Yeah, Dead Zone gets
Yeah,
another one,
as
but it
FaZe
doesn't
clear
matter.
their base, it has to be
No
said,
one's
ladies and
scammed.
gentlemen. FaZe need
Rockets
2
are up. These are
here.
big rockets. Optic needs
3.
these.
There was a bit of a reset here, so that's the standing that's going to happen. Only 2 needed for FaZe, 3 needed for Optic.
Royal 2 should have
Formal
repulse,
with the
though, I
Rockets
think.
Once again, Optic doing a great job controlling the sandbox, but haven't really gotten the value they want out of it just yet.
There go Frosty with
11
OS.
seconds worth of regulation. There is advantage
Royal
on
2,
both
wait,
sides, so we
Royal
start
2
to
repulsed the
get a chance to
rocket,
run forward.
and
That's exactly what
I think
FaZe
he
do.
repulsed it into a wall and killed himself.
Shots are going in onto Trippy, both Lucid and Trippy.
Because whoever that was on Optic shot the rocket. Oh! Whoever that was on Optic shot the rocket at him, and he didn't get a kill. But Royal 2 died, and it just had like a skull. I think he repulsed it into the ground or something, because it counted as a suicide. That's some weird shit, I don't know. Okay. This should be game.
This flag forward, it's over towards the plat, and it's
GG.
almost home.
Oh my goodness gracious! I don't know what just happened, Tony.
GG.
I'm gonna be honest with you. It
FaZe
was
wins.
ended in a tie. I'm not exactly sure.
Yeah, they already had the lead.
So
FaZe wins.
FaZe only needed 1 there, I guess, and I guess that's gonna be it. So FaZe ended up winning that one. So they didn't do differential
FaZe didn't need
instead.
anything. They were
played
already in the
first
lead.
cap, which is really interesting. I didn't expect them to do something like that.
FaZe didn't need anything. They were already up 1.
And as time winding down, FaZe are the ones who had the flag out. If Optic had the flag out, you technically have sudden death because you're within 1 of the opposition. So
you're absolutely right. They played 4 minutes. That's correct. You saw Royal 2 in the chat earlier say
it was just different.
Right. They were up 1 anyway. They were gonna get that second cap.
That's why reset's so confusing, bro. Timothy Active can't even keep up.
Bless him. It's gonna be ranked Slayer. Will this one be as close?
Never better.
We won't have any breaks in this one. I guarantee that. Oh, I can't guarantee that. Hopefully I didn't jinx it.
Guarantee, brother.
Energy.
What are you doing?
A little bit of a rematch.
Oh my god, bro. The whole grid's about to go down.
We go into
the whole server's about to fucking explode.
Back, phase up 1-0.
And I know things were a little bit confusing, guys. Just want to keep in mind. Reminder,
can't believe Timothy Active would say some shit like that, bro.
Version 2, and when time was winding down to 0 seconds, if Optic had the flag out, we see sudden death because you're within one of the opposite.
Yeah, Optic, bro. Optic needed to not let FaZe score, and they needed at least one flag.
Have the flag out in order to force that sudden death. So just want to make
sure
FaZe
was in the lead the whole time. They didn't have to do shit but kill time.
A 1 cap lead going into that, and as time
so good first game for FaZe.
Couldn't force the sudden death. FaZe could have pulled that flag 9 times out of 10 and ran in circles. It
reset cheese. It's all good.
If the game was continued from round 1. I'm sorry. I just want to make sure that everybody at home.
Yeah, thanks, Tony. Hopefully we're all clear on that at this point. Eagle-eyed H4F, my glorious king.
But now we go into game 2. 5-4 is the lead for FaZe. They're up 1-0 in the series. They're looking to get more here. Renegade is going to fall, though. Trippy falls on the other side of things as well. But it's going to be FaZe in control of the shock and in control of pipes.
1-0 lead in favor of FaZe at the moment here. Frosty with the
shock.
Oh,
hello.
And I swear on everything I love, if Mario joined this game, I'm gonna freak out. But 6 to 5 lead.
Don't you join, Mario? I'll beat your ass.
Gaming over toward the tower side. 2 more members.
Mario, yo, if we ever see Mario in the fucking playlist, if we ever see him in matchmaking, bro, he getting the bags. We beating his ass.
But you have to get the
kills. You can bet that. Oh my god, he's getting himself killed.
Renegade was able to take down Dead Zone. Frosty can just line up the shot. 1 more kill can give him a huge advantage, but can't quite find the pick onto 4 more. Now Optic are in gold.
Yeah, 3 more shots here for Frosty. 9 bullets to work with. He's got to hit every single one. You see right there, a lot of body damage on both players.
Beautiful.
He cleans up the first one.
Another guy
so
pipes.
again, this is huge, right? They're trading out kills, but it's FaZe.
Oh, there he is.
On the positive side of this, of course, as the shields were not there for Dead Zone. A beautiful job by Frosty once again. As that shot rifle gets out of ammo, takes the pipe control. Now in 1 minute, he'll get the new shot.
Looks like a
crack angle
lead in favor of FaZe at the moment here as Frosty
wants
to use this grapple to not only get toward the opposite side of the map,
but say quick rotate.
Up the camouflage, but
that's a good burn on the camo.
That high risk, high reward play, giving up his
nice shots.
Access to the former MVP. It's MVP on MVP.
Hot start for Lucid.
Slow
start for Trippy.
Have that on screen.
Oh, we love it. We love to see it here. Halo fans.
All right, Optic starting to collapse. Optic takes the lead, 15-14.
Honestly, what we're seeing here, 2 teams, the 2 of the very best
Trades
teams
out.
in the league, toe-to-to in a Slayer match in game 2.
Here come the push.
See, only down by 1 kill. It's the push by FaZe.
Damn, that was kind of ugly.
Game. You have to stop it, but they go 2 down.
It was a 2v2 scenario. FaZe versus Optic toward the C side, and both Trippy and Formal weren't able to hold off FaZe from pushing them out. That leaves Lucid by himself. Who's doing a great
oh my god, and they all just spawn right there.
Away from bottom A, over towards
oh, did he stick him?
Now he's in a bit of a
stutter step.
Somehow gets himself the assist, stays alive. Now this turns into a flank.
This brother Tommy Lucid got immaculate footwork. I don't know what to say.
Yes, he does.
Every time I watch this guy play, it just makes me blush.
Very disciplined to stay alive on a very just difficult part of the map, the elevator. It's so tough to get a kill on elevator. Lucid knows that. He uses the terrain to his advantage, and he uses the advantage to get multiple kills, and now he's using the shock as well, but he ends up falling.
That chain damage, oh my gosh, so annoying to deal with. It doesn't put you 1 shot off in a second, but it's enough to like.
Yeah, I thought there was a world, bro, because he was getting the other guy weak.
It pecks you, it peppers you. It's annoying to deal with, and eventually it really starts to weigh down on the opposition as right now, Optic with the 1 kill lead, weighing down pressure onto FaZe. Holding Snake Bite back towards gold. He's trying to find the angle, but that nade put him right back in. He double takes and nobody home. Lucid and Dead Zone. They're already attacking the C side. They've already got themselves a kill and they're controlling the strong side of the map as active camouflage is coming up. But Frosty this time goes after Lucid and gets himself the kill. The denial sticky grenades to make sure he is not pushed. FaZe put Optic 2 down, and because of that, they get camo.
Yeah, you see FaZe play that really well. They were down in numbers at one point. No one from FaZe ended up peaking, and because of that, they get their numbers back. They're able to recollect, get a kill, and get the camo. And now, guess what? They also get the lead. That's a lot of wins for the side of FaZe Clan.
FaZe wants to take this camouflage over toward the glass side. Dead Zone seems isolated. I don't think he has any help with that.
Yeah, brother's getting his ass beat.
That was a 3-1 split.
Sorry, Dead Zone, you getting jumped, buddy. Trippy's getting jumped, bro. Trippy's so fucked.
Together, but it's a 4v3. Royalty has Trippy down to one shot. The nades
now they should know they're all spawning back there as well. Optic should essentially just be fucking trapped. FaZe has the whole map.
Back down and reset.
This is why I don't like this map, bro. I want to be honest. This map is just fucking lockout.
They isolate the guy on top tower, and they're able to do just this stranglehold that Optic is not able to get out of. Finally, you see Optic on that aggression. A little bit of confidence in this push, and because of that, look at that. 2 down for FaZe Clan.
There's only like one. There's like 2 ways to go, bro. There's not really a lot of playmaking on this map.
28 to 27, though. FaZe still lead.
Since like season 1, season 2,
just feels so restricted.
For that exact reason.
That was so weird looking.
Still
a 2-kill game.
Tough to do. The Shroud makes it possible, and you saw them be able to infiltrate and at least have a fighting chance.
Don't get it twisted. Recharge definitely isn't the worst map in the world.
Optic, you have members on tower
I definitely like it fine, but I prefer the maps where there's playmaking opportunities, different routes to hit, jumps and things.
Leads to a 3 down. Excuse me. Make it 4 for Optic Gaming. 34 to 29.
Yeah, FaZe is just perfectly collapsing on them right now.
Yeah, you saw Frosty
was a huge 4 dead.
Position on that battery side, but it was
trades out. Frosty gets 2 though. 6-kill lead for FaZe. Camo's up.
Team like FaZe around you, that's exactly what happened. Royal 2 and Renegade with a perfect flank, and now they have a little bit of a lead as well. Camo was up. This is a very important camo here. It's the 6-minute one. Only a few more kills in this game, but FaZe is already at 38 points. I don't know if we have much time left.
If you're an Optic fan, you're looking at the duo Trippy and Dead Zone. 4 kills and double-digit deaths is not enough.
It's also why I love Solitude
so
much as a map.
Lucid has done everything it can
like it just reads so true to like my playstyle. As a Halo player, like
if they can bounce back, this is still not out of
hitting routes, like good flow to the map.
It is tough though when Renegade has active camo.
Like this map to me is all like shoot the guy on the cross, get the guy weak, and then go and like capitalize off the damage.
I'm sure he would have utilized
or stack and push something like.
Picks apart once again. One isolated player from FaZe.
4-11 and 4-11 for Trippy and Dead Zone. 17 and 10 for Tommy Lucid, bro.
Making a comeback.
Get this brother some help.
He's been trying to find some kind of easy avenue in, but now he's gonna find himself into a double push from Lucid and Formal. They knew that Renegade was on.
These are good kills from Optic though. Hang on. Optic making some plays right here. Almost gonna be absolute. Dead Zone's gonna die. Trippy's in kind of a shit spot.
Frosty try to slow things down with the shot. Doesn't connect with the Trippy. Has him down to 1 shot, but he also has reinforcements.
Formal shows up.
Long haul is practically cleared out. That's until Trippy catches a stray grenade to the knee. 1-kill game.
Only 1-kill game though.
Every bit of life, every bit of damage matters from
this is huge, bro. Optic does not want to go down 2-0 in this series.
Kill game, like you said, within 2 here for FaZe, and it has to be Lucid. 18 and 12 in this game. Formal with 13 and 7.
Oh, this is a good flank. Oh, he gets.
Has 9 assists to his name.
Almost out in the open though. It doesn't matter. Big read by Tommy Lucid to get 1 and get out. Camo's up. 44-43. 2 members trapped long haul, but Dead Zone dies. Now Formal's 1 shot, and there's a guy behind him. Tommy Lucid gets another one. Formal gets his. I don't know what Royal 2's doing, bro. Royal 2 took 2 years to collapse, but they finally get him. 46-45. Camo is still up. 20 and 12 for Tommy Lucid, make it 13. Tommy Lucid goes down. This is not looking good. The boys in green.
Yeah, and that's why it's been up for 30 seconds so far. No one
there
wants
goes
to overextend.
Trippy
looks like he's going to. He's looking for the opportunity to get this camo.
That might be a scam. Yeah.
They clean him up because
GG.
of that. 48 to 45.
And we'll get stuck. What a play.
49 to 45. FaZe looking to win this.
What a play.
Making a play there with that sticky grenade, and now with the cross map shots from the
getting damaged. Tommy Lucid dies again. GG. That's 2-0 to FaZe. Tommy Lucid had 20, but he also died 14 times, I think.
Away from making it to the grand finals.
Tough games out of Trippy and Dead Zone.
Sitting just patiently for this match to end here.
FaZe is
like
up 2-0.
FaZe on the precipice of closing this series out. Optic not able to find an answer as close as these games have been. It is FaZe
who have trying to knock out Optic
on their side. No changes to their roster.
In our first HCS Open Cup of the season.
For Dead Zone.
First HCS tournament of the new season. The off season is over, bitches.
Like FaZe, who were the previous world champions, it's going to be difficult, but I will say, Optic is putting up a phenomenal fight, and I don't think that fight's over.
I saw the stats briefly on the screen as we take a look at the replays, and I just, you know, I'm often the time to tell that, you know, the game is won by plays and execution. Stats are not what win games, but going into that Slayer, you have to realize Lucid with 20 kills. That is
but he also died 14 times.
And with what 6 assists to go along with by the time he ends it. And you have to look.
20 kills is good. Let's not get it twisted. But also
11 kills between the two. You know, obviously a
also he's dying a lot of times in a TS.
Putting you in that position. I love the assist. I really do. But somehow we have to get those deaths down. Somehow we have to find a way to push forward, and maybe 1 or 2 plays go their way, and we see a different.
Ooh, what is this Mass Effect ass beat?
I think in that Slayer, you got to be honest with yourself. You got to look at that and
say,
say,
stream, when we play in Mass Effect,
you want to see more out of Trippy and Dead Zone. And going into this game number 3, I have my eyes on them. I expect nothing less.
All right,
than a
game 3 live fire holds. Let's see some grit and grind out of Optic here, man.
Trippy has a nickname, and it's Drippy for a reason.
They calling him Drippy. They calling him Big Game Trip. Can this guy get a good nickname?
FaZe Clan, they're gonna have A, but have to work really hard for B as 2 of them.
I'm not calling this man Big Game Trip. Cat, are you?
With that FaZe, a well-deserved double cap to start off our game, taking the lead early. Optic put the first scrappy 4 points on the board, but
H4F, my glorious king.
That's true.
Bro, the sliding shots are
a nice little 3 down for FaZe though.
Strippy, I like that. That's not bad.
Control that's so very important on the side of live fire.
Grippy with the grippy,
especially on strongholds, and you can see Dead Zone. Great job taking advantage of the isolated player on the bottom center of the map, and now you can see they push on the spawns of
them
FaZe.
shits be gripping.
Look, FaZe make a play. They're on the outside towards Brutes. They're gonna try and get C and break this.
All right, we gotta stop.
We gotta stop.
Jeez!
And it's showing the stat sheet 5 kills before going.
We missed this man by a pixel.
Trading out Charlie for Alpha. What's most important is that Bravo. Trippy recognizes that. What does he do? Puts himself in a position to angle it out, put down some damage, and now stay alive. Optic needs to build a
bro, if Onset called this man Big Grip Trip, I would die.
Finding a home. They take down Renegade, but one more
I would fall the fuck out laughing on the broadcast.
Frosty by himself. 3 down, go FaZe. Optic moving for the trip cap.
You talked about Trippy and Dead Zone stepping
up.
That's
so
exactly
funny.
What they're doing here, and the trip cap about to be locked in with that kill.
Yeah, call him Big Grip Trip, but you won't.
FaZe are in trouble. They're 2 down.
Trip cap cheese from Optic. Here come the collapse. They're gonna have him staggered right here. A double from my glorious king, H4F. Triple cap cheese, and they're going to be staggered, and Camel's coming up. Flank cheese, they're staggered. Here come Camo. Oh my god, who is this guy? He's flying! Frosty flies in out of nowhere.
Frosty does make a play over toward the low ground side, but it is not showing in the scoreboard. Bravo and Charlie still belong to Optic Gaming, and although they might have slowed Optic Gaming down, Dead Zone gets away with camouflage. They still have map control, and FaZe are still not putting points on the board.
Yeah, they're just getting outslayed. FaZe with only 12 kills. Optic with over 20. This is exactly
Optic is mixing their guts right now.
Be on the
Pause.
up end of these slays and control these power weapons, which they've done so very well. They look very comfortable right now on live fire.
Snipe.
Hasn't changed since season 1.
They're staggered. Oh, Renegade's gonna get him.
They don't know what to do.
Read that again though.
Cap locked in.
A's gonna get reset. Still triple cap cheese. Oh no, that's FaZe spawn there. Never mind. I'm faded. I'm faded. I'm faded.
At a time, and that's exactly how Optic are playing it. Look at this lead.
No more triple cap cheese.
130 points for them. Just 25 for FaZe.
Pressure still on though.
Charlie still belong to Optic
Renegade gets one. They're trying to break out dummies.
Formal
trades it.
Optic, they are holding it down perfectly. Formal is able to take down Renegade.
They're holding Seaside. This is another broken push. FaZe has to go back. Royal 2 and 9. These brothers are getting mixed. These brothers are getting mixed. Another double. 14 and 2 for my glorious king.
Constantly down in numbers. They have the cross on that side. It's just they've got Sniper on top tower once again. FaZe just finding themselves in a position where they can't find an opening here.
These brothers are in flow right now.
Optic are on their P's and Q's. They're doing a great job outside of FaZe.
Frenzy for Trippy. Do we not know that he's tower?
Wake up, Tony. He's awake.
I called out Trippy in dead zone in that last game, and I was honest with you. I was respectful, but I was honest. That game.
He's got to do something to stop this shit quick.
This time we're seeing dead zone being a lot more aggressive, especially with the objective efficiency.
All right, they're gonna flip A, and they're on C. They got to Optic got to look C. Optic got to look C. I don't know what Trippy doing. Let's go help C. They're gonna get this. What are we doing? Okay, waste the rest of it, I guess.
Double cap finally for FaZe, but they don't have Bravo. That's until Renegade.
All right, triple cap cheese for FaZe.
Honestly,
let's see where Optic spawns. Looks like they're spawning C.
It is no secret that this can get out of hand on both sides.
They're gonna flip it back quick.
249 to 2. A comeback is
a good flank from PJ.
Possible. And if there's one
hang on, triple cap cheese again for FaZe. Hang on.
I don't want to call you out, but if it's 249 to 2, I'm betting my new house. that team don't win. I'm gonna take that bet every time. But you are right. Strongholds is snowball.
Oh, good kills out of FaZe. FaZe are gonna flip this right back. More triple cap cheese.
Is the same way that momentum can swing back.
They're reading the spawns as well.
Optic find himself 4 down, and FaZe find himself in yet another triple cap here.
17 and 5 for Formal, bro. 18 and 5 for Formal, bro. Why are we not watching Formal?
3 members of Optic here toward the seaside, clearing it out.
A good stick by Frosty. 3 dead for Optic again.
Such a nuisance and snake by the do-it-all, the general, being a thorn in the side of Optic. They had 3 players towards C. They couldn't
oh my god, bro. FaZe are mixing their guts right back. Oh my god, he 5s him. Formal gets another one though.
Against the wall. Those are the type of players you need to get you and will you back into a game.
Oh, good flank. The double back.
Renegade finds his way behind the enemy team. He takes out a couple because of that.
Optic do flip B back, but FaZe are going to flip that shit right back.
Now they solidify this control with 4 dead of Optic right now, Tony. This is the
oh
chance for Renegade to be aggressive and get tower.
Once upon a time, this was a 234 lead, or maybe.
Now here's the thing: if FaZe wins this next fight, shit's gonna get real interesting.
To 3 down, to slays across the board, to sandbox control.
Optic tries to flip A, FaZe flips C.
Look at what has happened. This lead dwindled down to just about nothing. Optic having to struggle.
That's good damage.
Just to take Alpha. Meanwhile,
that's already gonna fuck up Optic's push. Amelisa does get 1 though. Even trades, 3 dead for Optic.
3 down once again. Tim, what's happening?
A lot of slays are
this guy Dead Zone's gonna get fucking swarmed on B. Oh!
They don't want to peek because that's exactly what happens.
Weird looking shot, bro.
Gets his head taken off. A 2 cap still solidified here, and consistently. The danger of C and this top tower that Optic
dead for Optic again, and FaZe is pressuring A. 4 dead. They are getting mixed.
Another triple cap for FaZe.
They're all gonna spawn green right here.
Absolutely running through Optic again. Mind you, 200 to 38 was the score line, and at this point, FaZe
Optic needs some kills, man.
No scope out of Renegade.
Formal's gonna die.
Slayer taking down Formal, and with that,
Trippy last guy. They're gonna stop B.
A clean sweep. It's official. FaZe have taken the lead going into the end game. This might be one of the craziest comebacks that we have seen in Strongholds history.
They're on CNA though.
It's so important to understand when you're dealing with Strongholds on
C gets flipped.
They can be massive comebacks.
Still no kills.
When you've got
Renegade gets 2 more. And he's gonna live, bro. Trippy last guy. Trippy dies. This is Jeej, bro. This is Jeej. Wow.
They find themselves 3 down as the final seconds come in. FaZe have done the impossible.
Dominant 3-0. FaZe just obliterated them. Holy shit. I mean, with the exception of the 200 points that Optic got in the beginning of this game.
Go down.
I told you. I said it. The comeback is possible, and if there was one team to do it,
Bro, what a
was
series
our
out of
world
FaZe.
champions in
Holy
FaZe,
shit.
and they do it right there.
All 3 games were
Optic
close.
looks so strong, but
But FaZe
close
in
out and
those
sweep the
like
series
crunch
3-0,
time,
but
clutch
they
time
have
moments just
one more opponent to come up against.
they seem to
And it's
just
an
have it,
opponent
bro.
with a sub on the team. It is not Legend. It is Monster and Space Station Gaming. It'll now be FaZe versus Space Station Tony.
So wonderful showing from our world champions,
that we saw from Optic versus FaZe, going
and a little bit
all
of
the
a
way
falter
toward that 200
from
point
our new
mark.
Optic
But
team.
Something changed. The light switch was
And a couple
turned
tough games
on.
out of Dead
FaZe
Zone and Trippy in that
simply
series.
flipped that switch
Obviously, it's
and
online
literally
cheese.
took
It's just the
back what
first
was
Open Cup.
rightfully theirs. A clean
We'll have to
sweep
see when we get to
on Optic
LAN.
Gaming, going back to the drawing board to figure things out.
But that's good
Meanwhile,
stuff from FaZe right there.
are going to the grand finals. Want to send it over to Ali and Garrett.
It's good stuff right
Prepare
there.
us for that grand finals.
Oh man, that was an intense, very, very intense game. Tools was on the edge of his seat. He was just telling me everything. Telling me everything. Tools, share with us your thoughts on this last game and the entire series. Optic, I feel like a little bit of PTSD from Worlds. I'm getting it right now. Growing pains for Optic, do you think? Or how? Just tell me your thoughts.
A little bit.
I think
Probably.
is probably a good way to put it. Sometimes you're in a game and you can just see the comeback happening, and I think it happened right when that trip cap.
You
came
can
into effect.
feel
We were
the
in green
momentum,
room,
bro.
and I just said, "Oh, this is gonna be a really
Halo's just
bad
like
way to
anything
lose,"
else.
and that's exactly what it was.
You can,
Just
the
just
momentum
a
is
dominant
tangible
trip
and you
cap.
can feel it.
Really,
And whenever it
was
shifts,
Renegade's,
it is
Renegade
noticeable.
became a demon. He willed it back, got some big kills, huge flanks over by that cut area, but you just.
Formal
hate to
also
see it,
hell of a game,
especially after
but
such a
also
strong performance
extremely
like
slow second
losing
half.
Tribute. They're doing
I think he ends up
everything
like
they
20
could
and 12 or 20 and 11 or
in
something
those games.
after being like
Tribute,
19
that
and 4 or some
killing
shit.
frenzy,
Or
honestly,
15 and 4 or
just
whatever the fuck.
Brutal. It's this
14
play
and
right here,
2.
that when Renegade stays alive, and look, there's no one to follow up on the damage. He's just able to get behind 2 players that are weak, and guess what?
That's the third or the
Rewarded with
fourth.
sniper.
That's
At this
fourth.
point, you know that you've made a huge mistake in the game. That was their opportunity to get back, but they had to find Renegade and put him down. They just never looked back. They never looked for him, and well, their heads were continually getting peeled because of it.
They did such an amazing job at the beginning of the game. I mean, Trippy even got a killing frenzy at the first half of the game. It's definitely a heartbreaking loss here for them. But now FaZe does move on to go up against SSG in just a
We got a FaZe SSG finals, ladies and
It's gonna be an
gentlemen.
amazing match.
Honestly, I don't know how FaZe is gonna lose. Is kind of where my mindset is right now with how they just played in that last game. In that
Is it best
series.
of 7?
But SSG seems to be on another level today. This is the grand finals we've all been waiting for. I'd say buckle in, get whatever you need to get, because I think this one is probably gonna get reset.
Reclximer.
But you never know.
Reclximer.
I'll say that the top 4 teams
Yo,
that we've seen
Jake,
today have
tier
been
1 in it
playing
for 46
extremely
months.
well. I
Jake,
think Optic
my
still,
glorious king,
even though it's a
welcome
3-0,
back.
I still think
2
they had
months
great
away from
moments
what,
within
4
those games.
years?
Every game was winnable.
Yo, Jake, I
right?
love you.
And
Welcome back.
when
Thank
you're
you
a
for the
new
resub,
team,
my
a
dog.
new player on the roster,
Reclximer.
figuring out how to win those winnable games is just something that you have to talk to each other about.
Yo, Jake, what's
Get
good,
back
brother?
in the lab, see what the mistakes were, and make sure that you just don't let those dark moments lurk behind you.
Welcome back, dog. How we
We
doing?
know that FaZe will be the team to just completely come from lower bracket and just completely reset. That this is the team to do it. SSG, can they stand up against that? Can they secure this win on today's Sunday?
Vibing? Hell yeah.
We're
My
gonna
game in a
find
bit.
out. Our first match will be
Where? What
in
y'all been on
Argyle
recently?
CTF, FaZe
Y'all still been on
Clan
Apex,
versus
or
Space
y'all playing
Station
like
Gaming.
Warzone?
FaZe Clan. We were talking earlier about how about FaZe Clan's objective efficiency. How would you
What y'all
consider
been
them
grinding?
in this map?
I think this map is perfectly tailored to them. Space Station, frankly, has a monstrous task ahead of them. Snipers all over this map. You have to trust Stellar to get those snipers and hit some big shots and keep them away from
game or best of
FaZe Clan
best of
roster.
5,
When
not best of
when you have
7s.
2 snipers on the map, the first thing
So
you have
FaZe
to
got to win 2
prioritize is
series.
making sure they either get off the map or you stay in your team's
Also, we
hands.
are starting with
But,
some Argyle
Royal 2,
cheese.
Frosty,
I love my
Renegade,
life.
Those are probably 3 of the best 5
Let's see, Apex? Hell
snipers
yeah.
in the game. That's how incredibly stacked this team is on these long range maps. Put that on
Sounds
top of the
vibey.
fact that on Argyle you have these really long sight lines, and you have a player like Royal 2 who is literally the turret You give him a BR that spawns in that back base, set him up at lights, let him look through the map. He's not going to miss many of those long-range shots.
You kind of crazy.
Is truly going to have to work together as a unit, find those picks, break on through, and really get some efficient runs out here. I think this is going to be a tough task for them, but they have a huge advantage coming into this series, right? You have 2 best-of-5s to get the job done.
Can't wait to see it. I feel like these teams are really excited to play on Argyle, unlike you this last week, who was upset about playing Argyle. Can you tell us a little bit about how much you...
Because it sucks!
Hey, my aim, formal, jealous. My brain, eco, wishes he had it. My movement, bound, learned from me. My teammates, gold 3. That's all I gotta say about Argyle. It ain't my fault. It ain't my fault. Every loss I get on Argyle, it ain't my fault.
Hold up.
It ain't my fault.
Hold up. I'm your teammate sometimes. What's going on here?
It ain't my fault.
You blaming me? You blaming me?
Hey, I ain't gonna say it, but it ain't my fault.
This is gonna be an exciting match for sure. Argyle.
This brother Tool's
we can
goofy.
Talk a little bit about Argyle. I feel like it's one of those maps that you either love or you hate. You blame your teammates for not hitting those sniper shots. It's a very
I hate Argyle.
unique map to play, and I feel like
I hate it so much.
Struggles learning it. I'm on the... If I have to play, I will, but I'm not going to choose that map. But I do enjoy when I do pick up the sniper.
Yeah, I think the map has a lot going for it. Honestly, with the changes, I do like it. Sometimes I get frustrated with it when the game is 0-0, 12 minutes in, and that still happens occasionally. But the updates to the map, I think, make it play a lot more clean than it was in the past. In particular, it's the placement of that flag. When you have those two
ain't nobody in this fucking
as fast
lobby.
As they are, and you're able to grapple out flags into the midway point, it really pushes forward. Pushes forward that flag past the point.
Where
where
SSG at, man?
Freedom. So when we're talking about Forbidden, right? Forbidden is a flag map that continually spawns players out of sight lines where they can't contest flag right away. That's why you're seeing a lot of games end in score. Argyle has the opposite problem, where if you pull the flag, the first spawners often have immediate sightlines onto you. It's not unusual to pull a flag and
I do that shit all the time.
By a player coming off a
fucking
spawn.
up what I'm saying.
How do you solve those problems, right? Well, the grapple is a great solution to it, because if you grapple the flag out of platform and slide your way through the midpoint, you're essentially skipping that first spawn wave, and it allows these flags to run a little bit faster and for the scoring to be a little bit easier for these teams, and I think it's made the map much better. I honestly, the more I see Forbidden, the more I'm like, okay, Argyle has some problems, but we're getting to better solutions for it. I still think it's a good map. I just think that that Forbidden might take a claim above it. Still, I think there's going to be certain teams that play really well on this map because of their play style, and FaZe is one of those, right? They love long open sight lines. They love being able to just outgun and outskill opponents. They're going to be effective at it time in and time out, which is why I think this is going to be a pretty tough matchup for Space Station.
Agreed. I think we had a match earlier today where Forbidden was one of the.
So we actually playing Forbidden? Like we are actually playing that map?
To play it, but it was the quickest 3 flags I've ever seen in that map.
Yeah, it was so fast.
It was incredibly fast, so I think it's going to become a favorite. I know a lot of people are growing, learning into it. I still need to work on my callouts as well. I want to take a moment to call out that we were at 1672 subscribers 3 minutes ago, and we've gotten a few more subs. We're just getting so close to our subscription, our sub goal, or what was our highest sub count?
1791. So we're like around 117 subs.
Shout out LVT.
Right now, I think.
All right, man.
And
before this series gets started, I'm gonna run to the bathroom and grab another drink, and then I think we finna hit the Pine Park as well, probably. But yeah, give me just a second, y'all. I will be right back. Keep it locked.
Thank you so much. They do so much for these players. Love that they're supporting the scene as much as they are. I mean, I literally cannot wait for the Space Station Major later this year. Inky Fresh with their 8 months. I believe we saw one of the Complexity players, Descendant, renewed with his Prime sub. So thank you so much. And how do you say this one? Cyru with the Prime sub as well.
I'm scrolling. This chat is going by fast. Do you have an activity feed on your side? Because I got to scroll. That probably
I
helps
have
a lot.
everything right in front of me, so it's much easier.
I would say
this chat is crazy.
Syra, thank you so much for that prime. I'd love to know where we are right now because we are closing in on that 1700. You guys have been so amazing today, supporting the stream, just hanging out with us, chatting with us, subscribing, and we just got another sub bomb from Wave Burn, and they're burning the chat right now with all these subs. Short Basin, Carson Lutz, and everybody else, congrats on those subs. Now you guys get no ads in the channel. Thank you so much. Okay, that's another 10. That's another 10 tools. We're closing in. And Leprechaun AF, 11 months. Thank you so much.
As you can see, we're still waiting for the players to log in, so it's going to take a second for the game to get in. So, just stick with us. Have fun. I'll say that thank you. I saw just now that Lucid actually rated us with over 700 viewers. So thank you, Lucid. Honestly, sorry that the tournament didn't go your way. I think Lucid played one of his best tournaments yet. It's unfortunate that he wasn't able to get the grand finals, but that game that he had on Solitude, King of the Hill against Business, was one of the best I've seen from him. It just phenomenal plays throughout. I believe we got another sub from In My Bag. I like that. In his era, baby. In My Bag 3583 with a gifted sub as well.
Thank you so much for that gifted. Keep it going, guys. Keep it going. Yeah, that match, that Lucid match was that Optic match was incredible, for sure.
They're saying he had internet issues, Ali. I feel like now there's like an asterisk. That's unfortunate. The chat, the Lucid viewers, they came in. They're saying that his internet was having some problems during the last series.
That's unfortunate. You never know when internet's gonna be found. Ampra, thank you so much for the tier 1. Thank you. I had earlier, I've been picking up some nicknames for players. We have Stellar is SS Jesus, Renegade, right. Tasmanian Devil, Bound. Is it Demon? Wait,
Renegade's the demon, right? It's definitely not Tasmanian Devil. That's really funny.
Who is a Tasmanian Devil? Somebody. No, I swear somebody said Tasmanian Devil. I wrote it down. Bound. Just devil, not Tasmanian. Not sure what kind of devil that would be. But I wonder if everybody has. Is Bound the demon? Bound the demon?
Bound's the chosen one, right?
The chosen
Bound is
one?
him. Bound is him. I gotta say, there are some players that don't have nicknames. I feel like we gotta come up with their
I agree.
Renegade is also Renegade, right? Renegade, very good one. I feel like we don't have like nicknames. So like, what's some players? Eco doesn't have a nickname. Like what? Or I guess Snakebite's the general, right? Mm-hmm. Eco, like what's it, guys? Someone give me an Eco tag.
Boo Boo's
right now.
got a lot. Boo Boo's got a lot of plays with his name. Boo Boo the Doo-Boo.
Eco the Dolphin.
Where does?
just insane. Oh, Eco Kevin Smith. Yeah, Eco Kevin Smith is actually yeah. Eco Kevin Smith is definitely
Lucid is John Halo.
Perfect. I feel like Lucid is like the Superman of Halo, right? He's like a superhero.
Yeah, he is.
With the hair, he's like a Clark Kent.
The Clark Kent of Halo. Boo Boo. But I'm checking to see if I can read them before I say them out loud. Legend. Well, Lethal.
He's like, that's his name. You gotta have something that's like that comes back like a little France. You know, gotta be able to.
Legend's nickname today is Lethal. Apparently, that's my bad. Stellar's SS Jesus.
SS Jesus.
LeBound. Wait, I like that one. LeBound.
LeBound is pretty sick. That's a good duo name. Like Legend and Bound. LeBound is gonna be a good one.
Legendary
Frosty.
Croissant.
Does Frosty have one? Frosty has like stuff named after him in the game, right? It's like
the Iceman.
Frosty the Snipe. The Iceman.
Frosty the Iceman.
You're asking for the monster cam right now?
Wait, hold up. Isn't there a is it Iceman from Batman? It's not Iceman.
No, Iceman is from God, the flying movie. Top Gun.
And which one's the one? There's an ice guy in Batman. Sorry guys, I didn't read the comics.
Penguin?
No, not Penguin. You're thinking about that movie.
Mr. Freeze?
Mr. Freeze. So we got Lucid as Halo Batman and Frosty as Mr. Freeze.
Frozone from Incredibles. I think Frozone from Incredibles. Who could be the Frozone of Halo? It'd have to be like who's the Frozone? Where's my super suit? So someone tell me who's the Frozone.
Who's a Frozone?
Dead Zone. Dead Zone's the Frozone.
Dead Zone.
Dead Zone. For sure, Dead Zone's the Frozone.
Dead Zone, the Frozone. Frosty will be Dairy Queen?
So said Frosty's Elsa.
Wait, I like that. Frosty's Elsa.
Go. They're talking about having this is great.
Jack Frost.
Legend of Baguette. I don't know about that one.
I liked Legend. Was it Legendary Croissant better?
Who else? Royalty's the turret, right? So we have
Royalty's the turret. Yeah.
So what? We have Kevin Nico Smith.
I'm writing it down.
We still need one for Legend. Bound is him.
LeBound.
Stellar's SS Jesus. Snakebites the general. Royal 2's the turret. Still don't really have a good one for Frosty yet. And then Renegade's the demon.
Iceman or Elsa didn't do
Renegade.
For you. Renegade, I like Renegade. I think it's good.
Like coaches, so like does Elamite have Elamite? I mean Elamite the warrior. I guess Elamite warrior.
Elamite warrior. That's not a nickname. That's his name.
Yeah. And then Royal 1. Royal 2 does have the aimbot tag.
All right, Chad, we returned.
Just Kyle. Elamite's just Kyle. Just Kyle.
Sup, Kyle.
Just Kyle.
All right, I'm gonna hit the Pine Park. Let's lock in, everybody.
I think you guys
Finals about to get started.
On the nose with the Frosty tag.
Let's go.
Iceman.
They're not. It's not doing it for you. Like none of those. Like the snowman, Frosty the snowman.
No, definitely not.
No.
I feel like Iceman was pretty good. I think that's the closest. But the problem is like Iceman, like is always gonna be more famous in Top Gun.
If you guys are just joining us, we are currently waiting for the last remaining players in the lobby. We're gonna be moving towards grand finals right now. SSG versus FaZe, and you can see the players in the lobby right now. So we're just, having some fun chatting with you guys while we wait for this match to begin. This is gonna be an amazing match. SSG versus FaZe, two amazing and incredible teams, so much talent. I mean, we got SSG's right there. We got Stellar in SSG side, and we also have Monsters subbing for Legend. I'm not gonna say lethal this time. Legend. I got it right? It's the L's are tripping me. Okay.
He's gonna be legendary, right?
Legendary.
In this world. I'm trying to think of. Okay. I want to go back to the. I just really like coming. Okay, actually no, never mind. We're gonna talk about Sir EJ TV because he just gave 5 subs to the
more
chat.
important.
How close are we to our record? Well, our record's 1791. Can we get a count, Louis? Where are we at? Maybe we can get close before we start this grand finals. Rockstar, 222s, 222.
Let's go, Rockstar.
We're within 100. 1709. So we're 1791 is our record. Quick maths, 82, right? 82 subs away.
82 subs away.
82. Can we
82 subs today.
That's a lot to ask. That's definitely a lot to ask for of stream, but 82 will get us to our record.
So in case you guys
that'd be insane, Elliot, because this is, once again, no LAN. This is only online. This whole month has been just online Halo, and we're that close to our record, which is phenomenal.
And that record was on LAN. Was reached on LAN. That's incredible.
HCS Charlotte last year was our record. That's when we
on a main event. That's incredible.
We were on the floor. We had the phone out. We were like filming the screens. Great moment in the history of the stream. Not a great moment for Halo, but definitely a great moment in this stream.
I actually remember that, bro.
Streams we've ever had.
Hey,
brother was walking around with his phone doing the open bracket.
To bring you guys an amazing show. That's why we're here, and we're here because you guys are here to support us, bringing in those subbies, and just being such a great vibe in the chat. Sometimes, most of the time.
Hey yo.
some of y'all get out of pocket every once in a while, so we got to keep you in check. Our mods, Trigger Finger, Fast.
Shout out to the mods.
Their trigger finger is fast. Don't even try them. They're gonna get you. All right, let's see what these guys are saying.
Let's see.
Renegade, guys' aims lock through walls, and you want me to play? Okay,
I'll
so
read the next one.
Monster.
I'll read the next one. Everyone gets a turn with chance. It's our turn.
I've seen you aim lock through walls plenty. Argyle, game 1.
Monster, the greatest door handle of our generation.
Oh shit.
We gotta get like a script. So let's get Tony.
Oh
get
shit.
Tony to get active in here. We'll all take a player and we'll like recreate the entire script of what they're saying. Well, a little table read, you know. Oh my god. Oh,
whoa.
Okay, I think we broke our record.
It's done. Wait, I'm scrolling up. How
with
many?
82 subs.
Thank you. Insane. Crazy. I had to scroll up. I just kept scrolling. I need an activity feed. ASAP tools. I need an activity feed.
82 gifted. I'm actually in disbelief. That's
dang, bruh.
Yo, so wait, thank you, Valkyrie. Yeah, I think we're past our subs.
All right, everybody.
New record. We're breaking records today.
We are just breaking records today. We broke YouTube's
LVT,
records. How many do we have over there right now? We had 2,000 viewers for the first time.
We had 2,200 at some point, and now we broke our Twitch sub record. We're still getting more subs too. Valkyrie, thank you so much. Rob Zilla with a 5 gifted as well, and then we got a sub from XX Judge 8 months. Shout out to everyone that's been subbing for multiple months. I want to see who has like some of the longer ones. I don't think anyone can beat me.
Hold on, we broke the record. Does that mean that Octave gets to swap to controller for a whole month?
Oh yeah, he did say he was gonna do that. That's crazy.
Guys, Octave is gonna swap.
Active's playing controller for the entire month. He said that he was gonna commit. If we broke our record today, he's gonna be on controller, frying out there.
They got this motherfucker on the camera.
No more mouse and keyboard for Tim. Only controller for the rest of the month.
Thank you for the sacrifice, so much. Tim. Thank you for the sacrifice.
I can't wait, Tim.
You're gonna love it. Bumper jumper inverted. It's great.
I understand it's harder to aim, right? Like obviously, like you only get your thumb. Like can't cheat like using your whole arm to aim. I mean, like come on.
Yeah.
Like look, this thing is basically a cheat code. Like there's no way you can say this isn't a cheat code.
X.
Sniper
Let him know.
Keyboard it's easy peasy.
Let him know.
Yeah. I don't know. Okay, that's pretty sick.
It's not gonna focus. Focus it first.
That's pretty sick. Here's mine.
Oh, okay,
wow. Cloud.
Nice little keyboard.
No, but I like my controller. I play bumper jumper inverted for my
inverted.
I don't recall.
You invert aim?
Huh?
You invert your aim, or like the bumpers are inverted?
No, my vertical aim is inverted, and I play bumper forever. I have no idea what game forced me to do that, but I don't recall.
What?
Azimo?
No
I
idea.
can't do I have to fly inverted, like in any game where there's like flying. I have to invert on that. But 10 gifted for Azimo.
Thank you so much for all of the subs, guys. We're just hanging out here for a moment. We were waiting for the players to join in, and just one last thank you for everybody who's been supporting. Thank you so much for we just reached our goal, and it looks like the lobby is ready for us. FaZe versus SSG, the grand finals for today for the HCS Open Series.
What's up, Wayne Doodle?
And honestly, I just want to hear from Adam
what you mean?
How excited he is about swapping to controller for a whole month. And Tony.
Tim, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't know about the whole switching to controller thing. I'm be honest with you.
I never said it. I'm not doing it.
I did make a promise to the chat that we would do if we broke the record. I did make a promise.
Well,
I promised that we would both take off our top. So
oh yeah, the inverted shit.
I'm taking off mine.
This one?
No, bro. Apparently, doesn't like Shotzi play inverted too?
I'm good.
I don't have a jacket. I don't have a jacket. This isn't fair, man. I'm not doing this. There's no way. No.
Tim, we promised. They broke the record. Tim, Space Station Gaming actually put the 5 gifted in there. Tim, I did mine. I'm good. Tim.
You promised.
Tim.
I wasn't in that. No. Nope. I will tell your secret. Don't you test me. I'll do it. Let's get to the game.
Grand Finals, ladies and gentlemen, we have
These brothers are goofy.
The amazing Space Station Gaming, and this time actually coming in with a bit of a sub. Mind you guys, this was a region-locked tournament going into the...
All right, finals, here we go. Lock it, everybody.
So Legend was able to compete from...
It's finals time. I'm hitting the Pine Park. Let's go.
Compete with SSG a couple of times. This time wasn't able to do so. Now we have Monster coming in, filling in for SSG, and apparently fitting in like a glove as SSG made it to the grand finals through the winner's side. And FaZe will have to do like they did at Worlds. They will have to win 2 series in order to become your champion. Something tells me we got a whole lot of Halo to be played.
Yes, we do, Tony. I mean, listen, SSG, they look phenomenal today. I will say, right?
All right,
with
grand finals time.
Monster,
Lock in my slimes.
Hungry. Monster, a very solid player online. We've seen it time and time again.
Lock in my slimes.
Gelling with him really well. You can see Renegade not too happy, but he's gonna come out swinging. So is the rest of FaZe. I think we go to a reset, Tony. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think this goes to a reset, but here we go. Let's get into game number 1.
Starting on board with World 2, and is anybody surprised that World 2 himself is the first?
Dude, the way he said Royal 2 sounded like World War 2 right there. No bullshit.
To be his sniper opponent on the other side of things, will it be Stellar, one of the best snipers in the game?
All right, I'm back. I definitely was not hitting the Pine Park.
Frosty with the stick.
Shut up.
2 taking down Monster, and the
Shut up!
first
Stop talking. Cease and
engagement
desist.
slightly goes in favor of FaZe.
Yeah, great movement by Monster in that scenario. Makes himself a difficult target, but it's not enough because Royal 2 is locked and loaded and ready to go. He gets 2, and that'll allow some space on the map to be taken here by FaZe, but they get the kill onto Renegade, which is going to slow things
good
down
live
just
by
a bit.
Bound.
It causes Royal 2 to go down as well. 3
Brother got out of there immediately.
Is the battle of attrition. As Stellar with a huge snipe right before going down, but it's going to take...
Battle of attrition is actually a great way to put it, bro. Everybody just sits back until like everybody's out of snipe ammo and shit. Like, bro, anytime anybody gets camo, obviously camo's not on this map, but anytime anybody gets camo nowadays, brothers just like sit back and hide and wait for the camo to go away. Especially in 2s, bro. That shit is brutal in 2s. Somebody gets camo and everybody stops moving for 4 minutes.
Almost 3 down, but Stellar, he's tough to kill.
Yeah, lots of back and forths here, which is exactly what we thought we'd see. FaZe a little bit aggressive into the vent. One of the best power positions on the side of Argyle. You want to get that vent control. That's why you see Renegade go directly up there, but he ends up dying.
Oh, he's fucking up Royal.
Snake bite that takes over here on top vent.
3 down.
I don't really know what that was, but
gaming. Another opportunity to push up and not wasting time whatsoever. Monster being
damn, he just got obliterated.
He is rotates that flag right over towards the opponent's pistol side. Eco sitting up high towards the red. World 2, he wants to stop this flag, but you find yourself in the middle of 3 different players, so maybe extending is the best play for World 2.
Yeah, that flag being off the platform too makes it a bit more difficult. It makes these games a bit quicker, right? You don't have to worry about that platform. The flag is the front side of the base, so that's why we start to see a lot quicker games in terms of Argyle than we saw when the map first came out last season. See, Renegade ends up going down there, so still a fight for this mid control like you talked about. A chess match. That's what makes Halo so beautiful. See, World 2 has to win this fight versus Timothy active. He does, but immediately gets pushed, repulses Monster back. Great job by him to stay
good live.
alive.
This is good cheese right here.
Just
one shot forever.
Position for that sniper. It looks like World 2 was fighting the entire SSG team in order for that S2 control. Eventually, Stellar looks like he gets it back, trying to line up the shot onto Snakebite, but Snakebite being a thorn in his side, and eventually Stellar wanted to play the sniper off the map, and Snakebite.
Observer bug. We didn't see the reload. I was wondering what he was doing.
Trying to do his best to make sure that sniper does not get into the hands of FaZe. We know what happened in the last series when that was the case.
That's a good live.
And now FaZe running
I still think somebody's back
they're
FaZe. They're tweaking about that guy.
They're going to try to force
I don't even think anybody's there.
Flag, but instead, SSG get the favorable spawns in the mid side of the map, and now they're making a push through FaZe's pistol.
Scammage.
Nice body shot out of Frosty, but not enough to take down that.
They're gonna get a pull. Bound misses the melee.
Renegade, the old-time 2s duo, is the one to stop down him. Renegade
It should be a cap.
Monster as well. 4 down. Go SSG. Some people fear the monster under the bed, not Renegade. He's the demon.
Oh!
And oh wow. Okay.
I mean, I understand the play. I don't think he thought he was going to go that far, but he did. He had grapple, wasn't able to grapple on the ledge, so he goes off the map. But
okay.
The first cap. It's going to be FaZe up 1-0.
And somehow throughout all of that, FaZe
what is
still
Blood doing?
Find a way to phase through the defenses of SSG and get that flag home. So, you know, obviously going according to plan. I don't know here. Geeko with the quantum translocator. He's gonna transport himself back toward the vent.
I mean, at least they capped.
Alive Raw 2 gonna go up in the
it kind of doesn't fucking matter.
Try to get him out. FaZe trying to get that man.
Damn, that was trolly.
That map advantage. That's exactly what happens. 3 down. Go SSG. Snake bite.
Oh, there's another run. There's another run. Oh, but he spawns back base. That's so troll. That's why this map sucks, dude. In what world can you get 3 dead fresh, have the last guy one shot, and then they spawned in your bussy?
Apparently, to get the back smack, make sure to keep that flag alive. War 2 is here as well. Trades.
You gotta kill him 9,000 times to run 1 flag. I hate this map.
Trying to get the return, and eventually looks like it does end up getting returned.
Because, bro, it plays like Fathom.
Still with no offense.
Yeah, the offense is the important part here.
Or,
pushing up on the sniper
to a lesser extent, Pit.
SSG kind of stuck inside their
this shit is slower than Pit, though.
Kills as well. That's going to be 3 down. And you see Eco, the last player alive there, just
Frosty snipes him.
To do as much damage as possible.
This is a run.
Frosty watching for the spawns on this
one got
side
out.
Exactly where they are spawning.
Oh, timing. 2 got out.
He's got to be careful.
FaZe have always sneakily been
3 got out.
Team, and you're seeing this relentless pressure, always keeping that flag off the base of SSG.
Doesn't matter.
Always
Good
being
cap.
on their side is really tough for Space Station Gaming to deal with. That's 2 in a row as a 2-0 lead for FaZe out of nowhere. SSG finally have them 3 down. How do you respond? How do you take advantage?
Well, right now, that 3 dead, you
wow,
can
he
push
gets
up on the map just a bit, but like you just said, oh no is correct, Tony. Monster is going to fall, which means it really stalls things a bit. They're not able to get the pressure that they wanted, and now you see how fast.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair, Wayne Doodle. Like, Fathom was pretty clearly telegraphed. Like, if you're standing in the flag,
they'll clean him up.
They're gonna spawn on the silo.
To work with this sniper, but you notice Bound and Stellar are pushing up quick over toward the pistol.
Vice versa.
Really hit shots, and
you're standing on the silo.
Just
they're gonna spawn in the fucking base or in the gen.
Renegade already 15 kills to his name, and he's just struggling with this map between staying on it and hitting that clamber.
But I have really never liked these.
Long off season, if you will. Oh, are you kidding me? What?
Tony, I have never
Are we being dead ass right now?
In my career,
Renegade.
I've never seen you at a loss for words. You are one of the most talkative people I've ever met. And I just saw it twice. And all it took was the best player in the game.
What are we doing?
I don't know what's happening, Tony. I couldn't tell you.
At this point, if you told me Renegade is handling
oh my god,
cat, I'd believe you. I don't know what's going on here.
This brother's actually trolling, and he's doing the best in the lobby.
Like,
he said his cat's playing, and he's doing the best in the lobby. He has the best stats in the lobby.
He's playing like the main Slayer and playing. Like
I don't get it, bro.
He's not even human.
But no, I was gonna say, bro, I have just always hated the super like standoffy maps. You know what I'm saying? Like the capture the flag maps. That always go to, you always play 12 minutes because it always goes to time. It always ends like 1-0. Bunch of overtime games. I hate those maps.
It just must be one of those days like Limp Bizkit used to say. Great song there, by the way. But 2-0 lead for FaZe. Still a lot of work left.
Because I just hate like flag standoffs and like goofy shit, bro. If I'm gonna play a flag map, I want to play like a fast-paced flag map.
You can just get that QT, you can do so much damage, or you can trade with Bound, which is exactly what they want at this point. 4 minutes, about 4 minutes remaining.
Like I would want to play like something in the vein of like a Truth or a midship or God forbid like an Onslaught.
Oh no, he loves the spot, but he
does
not love Monster.
I mean, yeah, he was asking him to throw on the camera.
Like an Onslaught or something like that.
Kali. Just still in the lobby or something. I don't know. But either way, we finally got the game started, and Renegade
Like just these standoffy ass maps, dude. Fathom, Refuge,
really doing a great job as the substitute
this map
for SSG. We're a little over 3
Bazaar was just like that.
Becomes a factor. We talk about Argyle being that chess game,
Bazaar was horrible.
To cross the 50, slow and steady to push your opponent out. Well, that takes time, and as of right now, SSG might just be running out of that.
Honestly, Forbidden might be like that now.
You see Stellar already in their PC side, but look how quickly FaZe get rid of them. It's 3 dead. SSG crossed that.
But I just love also the game types that I love in Halo are
it's gonna be Frosty once again with his sniper.
The extremely fast-paced,
make it even more
like the flow state game types. You know what I'm talking about?
Like
Live Fire King and Plaza Stronghold and you know shit that's just moving the whole time, and you can just get into it.
Yeah, I mean, Legend. I mean, I love Monster as an objective player for this team. He's really been stepping up in that role. But I feel
Bazaar
like
was
not
dog
only
piss.
is a great objective player, but also a phenomenal, a very
map was horrible. I
fast
can't
player
believe we played it.
and a very good slayer as well. And that's where when I think of Monster, I don't think he can match the speed of Legend, which is what SSG wants. World 2, meanwhile, he wants sniper shots right to the dome. Already connects on one, looks to connect on another one. Body shot's gonna be good enough to at least get himself the assist. Now Monster, the final player.
He's trying to call a game right here.
As they end up going 3 down.
2012 for World 2, 2017 for Renegade.
That portal once again inside of the vent.
It's 3 dead again.
As he plays aggressively, I'm sorry.
Back
Picks
snipe.
up the enemy team snipe as well. Stellar's down to no shields. Waits
Easy body shot for the double.
Pulls the flag, does it all.
QT to live.
Staying alive as well.
Lovely. His teammate picks up the run, and now he's free to snipe. Beautiful from FaZe. And he QT's out again. That's a beautiful live. Sniping them in the back. Ah!
But you're gonna find out it's World 2 and FaZe.
That was so clean. That was so clean.
Wow, I mean that's very, very convincing out of FaZe. Just love to see that, right? You even saw Renegade a little bit frustrated.
So fucking
starting to bleed through in his gameplay, making unconventional plays, but it doesn't matter. It all worked out in the end. And like I said, SSG a phenomenal team. But you know, they Monster, you know, he's played somewhat at this level before. Don't want to give any disrespect to him, but he's just not Legend at the end of the day. Legend is on this team for a reason. Monster's just trying to fill, and I think
he's not wrong, but dang, bruh.
To try and fill those shoes. But now you face a test where it's a lot more difficult to you know, break through. It's a lot more difficult when you're getting punished for every misposition that you make. And yeah, we'll see if
hey,
can stand true to this test as this series goes on.
Yeah, I mean, you talked about Monster, you know, playing on this level. It wasn't too long ago, back in Season 2, where French Toast Mafia, I think, ended up getting maybe second place in one of the online tournaments, upsetting multiple different teams. That was Monster, Bohm, Gilkey, I believe, and maybe Collect, I want to say, was their 4th. But French Toast Mafia was absolutely incredible, and it started off, which turned into Believe the Hype, when they eventually brought in Precision and hustled them, and it was and it eventually turned into G1 as Precision and Huss ended up joining Switch. So Monster,
welcome back,
that original roster, been there, done that player, especially within online tournaments, hasn't yet been able to convert that onto LAN, but it really seems like only a matter of time.
23 and 12 for World 2, big game.
Obviously, FaZe, they did pretty good on LAN. They're pretty good online, pretty good on LAN. It doesn't matter where they are. And as of right now, they take game 1 here in the grand finals, taking off in the right way. Meanwhile, Active yet to take off his shirt. As we promised the people, are you not a man of the people, Tim?
I am a man of the people, Tony, but I never agreed to this.
We said if we broke the record, we would take off our tops. I did mine already.
Show me proof.
I can screenshot it for you.
Go ahead, do it.
Game number 2 on the way, ladies and gentlemen. Tim, we have a game to cast. Please be professional. 1-0 lead in favor of FaZe at the moment. SSG needs to bounce back, although they do have an advantage here in the grand finals, coming into it through the winner's side.
Yeah, great job by Frosty right there to get that initial 2.
I don't know, bro. That's what they always do.
If you remember the LVT 2v2 tournaments, some great tournaments that we were
able to talking about getting naked on stream.
Renegade dominated with this shock rifle, and look, he
I haven't want to start quick for FaZe, bro.
Perfect shot on the bound, and a 5-1 lead for
FaZe trying to speed run these 2 series.
Starting off on the right foot, we talk about FaZe being dominant in Slayers time and time again. New year,
so we don't
new
give a
teams,
fuck.
But some things just don't change Frosty.
Them things just don't change.
4-1 start. Renegade gets to die one time, but with the shock, looks to line up the shot onto Bound, one of the most precise barbers here in the HCS.
See how precise he is, though, as Bound drops onto Roll 2. Takes out Bound once again. Has he missed a shot with his shock rifle? Okay, well, there you go. He misses one.
Damn.
3 down for FaZe. A bad time for him to miss right there. SSG take full advantage of this, right? They're up to 6 kills now. It's a 9-6 lead for FaZe, but SSG closing in very quickly on that. They're starting to isolate players back and forth. It's Frosty and Snakebite down on the death screen.
Damn.
When going into a Slayer against FaZe, I feel like that man who you just saw getting taken out is the player that you have to isolate. World 2, while Frosty and Renegade demand so much attention with their aggressive playstyle and being in your face, World 2 finds a way to clean up on those kills and simply stay alive. So that's the player I feel like you really have to focus on. And SSG handing him 3 deaths to start things off is on your right foot. You're down only by 1 kill. You have Eco, who's been playing phenomenal so far with the shock in hands, 5 and 2.
Ooh,
no
angle.
assist, but
He just nade off the wall.
I don't know where that nade was headed to, but I know where the shock is. Excellent damage onto Renegade.
3 dead for FaZe.
FaZe.
SSG takes the lead.
Frosty by himself. Now SSG have taken the lead, 13-12.
Oh, there's Camo.
Yeah,
oh my God, how do you still win that?
By FaZe is now a 14-13 lead by SSG, and
how is this motherfucker alive?
As well. I believe they did kill the Camo player on the FaZe side. A 2-kill lead now, and shot in the hands of Eco as he puts it to work. The killing spree
3 dead for FaZe again.
As the perfect goes down the screen, and that turns into a 4-kill lead.
Beautiful
now,
from Eco, bro. 7 and 2 start for Eco.
We talked about Slayer again being the
he's fucking up Royal.
for FaZe, and as of right now, SSG with a great
That's unfortunate. PJ gets 2, Frosty gets a 3rd, 3 dead for SSG. PJ gets traded, 2017 SSG.
Respond accordingly. Now World 2.
Whoa, my God, that looks crazy from his POV.
He's still there.
That shroud screen, you talked about it a little bit earlier, Tony, and well said, right? It does so much for this map. Not only keeps you alive, but also allows you to cross. Right there, it was just used to play his life. I don't think we've seen the full advantage of that shroud screen just yet in this game. I think as it evolves, we'll start to see some crazy things. But it's 22-18 now. FaZe still with the lead. Roll 2.
It's just
once
this
again,
whole
doing a great job of playing his life.
thing.
This is what's important, right? When you're no shields, don't make yourself an easy kill. Play your life, stay alive. That's what Roll 2 does. And now, with his shields back, he can push up.
Looks like 3 members of FaZe are trying to push out an isolated
Okay, that was troll as fuck.
SSG toward the A side. They're able to do so to get the kill onto Eco, but they end up going 3 down in order to not the trade that they're looking for, but the main Slayer and Renegade. Double kill out of him brings them that much closer to taking the lead once again.
That's a great double kill out of him. And like you said, now they inch closer, but Stellar has the shock rifle. Puts it to work. Does a little bit of damage onto Eco. That's going to secure 3 down for FaZe.
And they're going to get Camo up by 8.
It's a space station. Once again, this Camo is going to solidify this lead even further. That's exactly what SSG wants.
FaZe taking down the MVP Stellar. The first domino to fall. The first bit of the defense.
3 dead for FaZe again. SSG is running away with this.
Right back. They not only grab a hold of active camouflage, but you completely
Good kill by Renegade.
FaZe Bound, the only player to go down in that situation. 4 for FaZe. Favorable spawns out of them toward the gold side. You gotta love that, but you also gotta realize dangerously close to a double-digit lead. There it is after Eco taking down his former teammate in Frosty. Now FaZe, who were on the strong side of the map, now are trapped here toward the gold side.
Monster gets 2 with a nade, gets 3. Oh my God, no way.
Monster looking like a beast on
Never mind, he's cheating.
What an incredible overkill by Monster. He gets through. FaZe stuck in the pipes.
Never mind, he's cheating.
Nowhere to go. Monster puts the rat poison in there, snuffs them out, and takes them all out. Now an 11-kill lead for SSG. 13-9 on a Monster, the sub for the team.
10-kill advantage here for SSG. You're down 0-1 so far in the series, but you do have that amazing advantage coming into the grand finals through the winner's bracket, but you want to tie things up. Seemingly a must-win game, but FaZe had to take down Monster. That's exactly what they do. Bound answers back by taking down Renegade. You still have 3 more players that are trying to make it through the tower side and infiltrate the A side. SSG, they want to push forward. Do they realize Frosty, he still has the shock?
Frosty has to stay alive here, and you see him positioned on that needle side. You never really position there unless you're aware of tower being cleared out, A being cleared out as well, but he has the grapple to get out. He also has a grapple to use on this camo. It's going to be Shroud.
Oh, I love that play. I love that play.
Kill him before he burns it. So Frosty now has the camo. He also has the shock rifle to utilize.
Oh, and he lives.
Stay alive, but
hang on a second.
Him as well. This could be a comeback, Tony. 35.
Hang on a second.
In favor of SSG.
If FaZe do end up coming back, that was the turning point right there. FaZe putting SSG.
What are we doing? What is that?
Shock and camo combination and putting in the hands of the former MVP. The Snowman is here. And SSG may just be trapped.
In switch.
That's another kill out of
oh my god.
And friends.
Oh, big kill by Bound.
Them. Luckily, Bound gets a huge kill despite being one shot to
what is this challenge?
Help them break out of their spawns, turning things around. Right
still only a 5-kill game. World 2 trades that.
Advantage. SSG still have control, but that was dangerous. FaZe were on a
big kill right there. 46-40.
Kill comes out. This is where it becomes not impossible for FaZe, but very difficult, right? All it takes is SSG walking in a 2s or walking in 3s to make sure that they trade out these kills at least. FaZe are going to stop the first one, though. That's going to be Eco. Stellar goes down as well. It's a 2-for-1 trade, but it's still a trade nonetheless. 43-47 now.
Just one squad wide between these two teams. However, Space Station Gaming put the 48th on the board. You're just looking for 2 more. Bound.
Good plays from Bound.
Ball will wreck your defenses every single time. That's why he was brought on his team, and that's why he has 14 of the 49 kills. Stellar was looking to trade.
Did he just get 2 fake melees? Okay, ball don't lie. It's all good.
Monster's already been having a standout tournament. Why not give him the 16th kill?
I'm gonna throw up.
Wow. Yeah, incredible showcase by Monster. I think a big part of that victory.
Yo, imagine they lose after that.
You see FaZe only.
Yo, imagine he gets like 2 or 3 fake melees on Renegade and they lose.
Close that one out.
Just imagine, bro.
Game where FaZe could have come back, but just didn't happen. SSG were very quick.
We seen that shit in 4K.
Once again,
and yeah, 9 and 13 for World, 2, 6 and 11 for PJ. It's a tough game.
Going down.
17 and 11 for Renegade. That brother was trying.
16 and 14 out of Monster.
Brother was trying, bro.
68% accuracy. A beautiful showcase by Chance.
Monster looking to put on a Cinderella story here in Year 3. I mean, obviously went through some scrutiny, went through a little bit of a tough time.
It's insane. They said the Monster Cinderella story.
Back, and I would say a win here. Overkill. You know, when it comes to points,
overkill.
Monster gets part of these points, you know, and he's really going to be a sought-after free agent, I would imagine, going into this next year of gameplay. 5,000 damage for the team. Mind you, SSG potentially the second best team in the league, and who knows, a win here might just prove that they could be the #1 team going into the first LAN in a must-win game number 2. Monster and SSG respond accordingly, and now FaZe back on their back foot. SSG can afford to lose out in at least one of these series. FaZe, they can't.
Yeah, honestly, I mean, if this is how SSG plays with Monster, I can't wait to see how they play with Legend when he gets to the US. This is just absolutely beautiful.
It is facts.
Like the chemistry is there. I mean, Monster fits in like a glove.
It's the worst thing about these tournaments. Watching them makes me want to go shoot my DMR. And then I go actually shoot my DMR, and I'm like, oh my god, this is terrible.
If SSG can continue on this momentum, I mean, they might just close the series out. We might not even go to a reset.
It's the same thing, bro. Watching COD makes me want to go play COD, and then I go play COD, and I'm like, oh my god.
We're so far in the online portion. A lot of these teams,
this shit is terrible, son.
Didn't want to get burnt out, and going into scrims, going into these online tournaments, the first time we're getting to look at them, even though they might have to shake off the rust just a bit. We are on our way to our first LAN. It all starts with our first tournament here, and all starts with the first clean sweep out of SSG. It did them dirty in the Slayer, potentially FaZe's best game type, and now you're looking to do it in ball, which FaZe also a sneakily very good oddball team.
Oh, that camo's coming up. Bound looking for a kill to solidify it. He trades out.
That sounds about right.
He's FaZe to get that camo. So this
RS Control is probably one of my better maps.
Frosty tries to get the back line. He'll be pinched, but look at the spawns.
For whatever reason, I feel like it's like that's a good sub map, low key. There's like a lot of good routes to hit. Oh, good shots. Jesus.
Double kill ends up leading to the 4 down for SSG.
But yeah, that's like the
that ball out of the hands out of your
High-rise control is low-key like, it's low-key like live fire ball or something, bro. You know, where it goes like 20 minutes? Like, I feel like high-rise control always goes 5 rounds. There's always somebody that got 40 or 50.
Threads the needle to take down Bound, even does some damage onto Eco.
I feel like it's like the streets oddball live fire ball.
Yeah, those 2 shots with the stalker are so big. Right?
Oh yeah, it's not good. It's not good. It's shit. Don't get it twisted.
For Frosty, holding down B Street.
Yeah, I don't like it either, and I think it's one of my better maps. Bro, I hate Invasion, and I think Invasion is one of my better maps. I use a sub on Invasion.
Watch this all by himself. Tony ends up going down.
FaZe been able to take the lead 26-15, but they end up going 2 down, and that allows
Tell you what, I miss sub base.
to keep that ball away from FaZe, or one of the craziest rotations from the A side through the Neon side. World 2, the newly found objective player of FaZe, was he's the one to, that was a big rotation out of R2 and FaZe.
Yeah, this is a massive rotation. Yeah, you're right. We don't normally see roll 2 with any ball time at all. He's already got 27 seconds. It's kind of crazy to see. 35 seconds total for FaZe. And the player you always expect to just be...
Oh my god.
Constantly shooting.
That shit was crazy.
The most time on their team. But the ball gets rotated back towards purple. And it's
yeah, I
SSG
feel that ease.
Back towards A as they pressure on that B side.
Yeah, SSG may not have been able to stop FaZe from putting on that scrappy ball time, but it really wasn't that much. 35 points and counting for FaZe as SSG look to try to get into a full setup, and it starts from Bound making a sneaky play over toward the B side.
What's red on Invasion? Where's the over?
Triple kill out of him. Somebody stop this man.
That was absolutely clean by Bound, utilizing that shroud screen, weaving inside and outside of it, and using the Bulldog to clean up 3. A beautiful job by him, but it's still FaZe.
Oh, word, yeah.
SSG get a bit of points, but look how quick FaZe is to take advantage.
We call that Cafe, I think.
It's now Royal 2 enters back, looking for Bound now.
Return to sender. Takes down multiple players from SSG and
Cafe
FaZe
or old
once
P1.
again in their picture perfect setup. All 4 players.
No, but honestly, like,
once again having to force the break. They do have the lead at the moment though.
Hardpoint's a little different because obviously you play around the hills. But like Invasion control, I will sit with a sub. I will just go back and forth between old P1 and DVDs.
Now we have Frosty clearing out the PD, but also trying to stay alive. Bound, the only player alive from SSG, is able to.
And I swear to God, it's the most OP shit ever, dude.
Huge rotation out of FaZe from the A.
Because if you can force the close gunfight every single time, like especially if most people have ARs because it's Invasion.
Again, Tony, it's World 2. 55 seconds of ball time. He's rotating the ball.
I mean, yeah, facts, bro. Rugs, DVDs, old P1. Oh my God. Bound is piss slamming them.
62 seconds here for FaZe, but Space Station Gaming now locked in on a setup. It's Frosty who's looking to break it.
Backsies.
Are they locked in? I'm looking for. I see Bound here. I'm wondering where the rest of his team is. Now we're seeing 2 players over toward the Neon side, and here comes Stellar. Oh, you couldn't see him. He was camouflaged, invisible on the map, just ready to strike with that Bulldog, protecting the subway side setup. They were.
I will say, I think I hate Karachi.
Once again, take the lead. Once
I miss sub base.
End up going 3 down, and now you're looking for just the final seconds, which so far FaZe are quickly running out of time. We talk about it time and time again.
I hate Terminal.
10 seconds off of respawn. Another 15 to 20
I think I hate
seconds
S&D in
to
general.
address the map, and that doesn't even amount for the kills that you need in order to get the ball out of SSG's hands. The final seconds are coming.
Skid Row even starting to make me tweak a little bit. Skid Row's good though. Skid Row makes sense. I don't know if it's good, but it makes sense. It's at least somewhat logical. Except for the tunnel spawn. This brother Bound just went 17-5. No, okay, bro. With the exception of like spawning tunnel and then running down tunnel and having somebody spawn behind you, which does happen a lot, I feel like the spawns are easy to read. Well, also it's one of those things where like there are routes to hit on that map.
Advantage
like
for
there's
Space Station
you can
Gaming,
still
not
make some
only in
plays.
this series, but also in this game.
Now we got to watch him for a little bit, but I want you to take a
But
look
like
at
for the
top
most
right of
part,
your screen. It's bound 18 and
whenever
6
you like
with
lock something
46
down,
seconds of ball time,
you'll
having
know
a massive
exactly
game.
where the
Roll
enemy
two
team's coming
trying
from.
to answer that with his own bit of ball time, but nowhere near the kills.
Like if you
It's
have
up to
control of
FaZe now to
P2
hold the
or if
setup,
you have
and
control
honestly,
of
they haven't been too
P5,
good at it just yet. The
like
rotations are
it's
solid, Tony,
so
but
easy
their
to
setup's
understand.
locked in. Not as good as SSG so
They're
far
either
in this game.
coming from
I
picket
want
side
you to look at the
or
top
they're
right
coming
of your
from
screen. I put my
fucking
hands
bottom
on my
middle.
lap and like,
or tunnel.
I looked at it eagerly.
Or like on P3, it's so easy to be like, all right, bro, you either look ticket and top or you look laundry.
But SSG are the ones who end up going 3 down. Snakebite over with the back A side. Renegade with that Stalker puts down that damage and also puts down the MVP Stellar. Now, you know where SSG are pushing from. The 50 is holding on to this B side, and Monster starts off with the first kill onto Frosty. Renegade looking to get one of his own.
Yeah, Frosty was a big kill, though. He was the back spawner on the PD. He was going to be able to play out of the play, wait for the rotation to come through, and then get behind the enemy team. But because they take him out, they don't really have to worry about that.
Bro,
too
it's
much.
Skid
The
Row. They're
rotation
all
still
money
comes
hills.
through for the ball. But it won't be FaZe who's got to set up onto A due to the kills that Frosty could have gotten. 42
What do you want
seconds
from me,
to
bro?
12.
Every
Now,
hill except for
SSG
P1 is a money hill on
starting to
that
bring
map.
this back, and look, it's really fast plays out of Renegade.
Also, I was
They're
talking
gonna
about the
stop SSG
P3.
from
I did
getting
bring
that
up the
locked-in
P2 and the
setup
P5,
where
but I was
they're
talking about the
strongest.
P3.
The Ultimate Hunter stopped by his former teammate. Let's not forget, it wasn't too long ago Renegade was playing alongside.
Disingenuous. The
both
fuck you
Stellar
want
and
from me?
Eco. 42-25 lead. FaZe still have the advantage. World 2, a 6'8" Canadian. Showing what he could do with the BR, holding players off for quite some time, but not enough. Eventually, World 2 goes down. So do 2 of FaZe. SSG holding on to this setup, and they may just take the lead with this.
Renegade staying alive with camo here is so big, but Monster catches him out with a nade, and it's going to be Eco cleans him up. World 2 trades out a kill as well, and like you said, FaZe spends so much time, so many resources to get the 42 seconds they have, but it looks like just that much quicker. It's SSG who catch up. FaZe finally have a setup here. We'll see how SSG is looking to break this. It looks like a 2-1 push on the B side and on purple side, so Frosty rotates to the stronger side. The intelligent play here in this situation.
FaZe's ability to rotate this ball, whether it be from the strong side to the weak side, not just playing it, is honestly masterful, especially at this level.
Jesus.
The gameplay, I mean, we're talking the grand finals of a tournament. We're talking about potentially the second best, if not the best team.
21-9 and all the ball time for
and the way
round.
that they're playing, and somehow FaZe almost turned into a
Advanced doing
game
everything.
of monkey in the middle, advanced game of keep away with this ball at times, 55-50. But somehow SSG answered back. They answered back with great holds here on the C side. It's happened over in the round number 1, and so far happening well in round 2. 4 down, clean sweep. FaZe now having to make a long rotation from their spawn. Bound continues to put time on the board.
Who did he just take a shot from?
Yeah,
Renegade?
I talked about this. SSG, once they lock in, once they stamp their feet in the concrete on a setup, it is very hard for FaZe to break it. And honestly, SSG's doing a great job of that. Now they mix a bit of rotation in. They've got a rotation towards the B side. FaZe are privy to it, but they've got to do a little bit more damage to get some kills, and it's not going to work out. 2 go down for FaZe. SSG rotate back, and Monkey in the middle. That's the worst game ever, especially when you're short like me. And look at that. SSG going to get away. But Snakebite.
That's crazy.
The camo. This is the chance to break. Only 8 seconds.
Nah, it's game. It's already game. GG.
It's too late.
They can't even kill him.
You got the camouflage.
What are they gonna do?
On the map. You don't
What are they gonna do?
SSG has it, and sadly, SSG are gonna hold on to it before you're able to make
GG.
any impact whatsoever with that camo.
Who won SSG? Tournament point.
Play by FaZe to win partial of the slaves, to win the resources, but simply once again, just like in round number 1, just barely running out of time. Did FaZe, and no matter what, I'm looking at the stat sheet. You know, excellent job across the board. I see 16 kills out of Frosty. You know, I see Raw 2, 6-9.5, 15 kills, 8 assists out of him, at least a 2.7 KDA. But on the other side of things, Bound having huge impact both in the slays and the objective department. Eco with 5,700 damage out of him. He was absolutely incredible, and SSG simply too much for FaZe to handle.
I mean, Bound is the story for me. 22-9. That is phenomenal. With the amount of ball time that he had as well, a phenomenal showcase by Bound. And just great job by them to lock in those setups, like I said, rotate the ball as well. They did a little bit of both, and FaZe just couldn't keep up at that point. But it's not over just yet, Tony. We're still in this, right? There's a chance that FaZe can bring this back. They still have to win 2 grand finals, though. They have to win it once and then go to a reset and win again because they came from the lower bracket. And the way SSG is looking, that's going to be a difficult task.
I'm thinking, I'm trying to like think back to the game types. When you look at Slayer, how good were FaZe and Slayers last year? Too good. You know, how good were they in Oddball? Was some for a while going into Worlds was their second best game type, and people didn't believe. I'm like,
World 2 4-11.
One of the best Oddball teams in the league, and you go in on both those
We
game
not
types,
slick.
and you're able to take it. Recharging Streets go in favor of Space Station Gaming. We're 1 game away, not only from taking this series, but they're the ones who came out of the winners bracket. This will end the tournament. We're going into Solitude King of the Hill, and this could be potentially the last game of the series. FaZe, the world champions, are the ones with their backs against the walls. SSG, with a substitute in Monster, are looking like the favorites right now. Am I being disrespectful?
No, you're being correct. I mean, there's no other way to say it. It is crazy to see. Obviously, we have to take into account that this is online. I will say it is online, but it's still the start of the season. It's a very important event. This is the qualifier for our first LAN event. Points are important here, and so this is a really big win for either team. I'm looking for FaZe to bounce back here in this game number 4 to make this an interesting matchup, and I assure you, especially on Solitude, that is exactly what they'll do.
Oh, it's gonna be a fight. With both of these teams who are not afraid to up the tempo at any given moment, I would expect to see it just that, an absolute brawl, a war here in Solitude, one that started off with Eco and the double
what's up,
kill.
Dill?
Eco,
how's it going, brother?
Triple kill to start things off.
How you doing?
Frosty, the final player alive, all the way towards the snipe side of the map, but I'm not sure as much he can do. Space Station Gaming are going to take first progression in this hill. At least Frosty was able to get away with the shock.
Yeah, the shock in his hands is really important here. SSG are going to look to take this out of his hands as a priority. It's a step-by-step process here in Halo, of course, as always. 3 go down, though, for SSG, and Frosty's going to have to play his life as he's no shields in the bottom of lift. They're going to sniff him out.
Oh, I hear that, Dill.
Down to 1 shot he goes, doing a great
I think my sense is even a little bit lower than what I have right there. That's what I normally play, but I think I've had it a little bit lower
going down. Great kill onto Bound.
recently.
Still there, and Frosty comes out pre-fire.
Yeah, definitely a little bit of a sense crisis.
From his teammates, 3 down, go SSG. Monster, the final player alive, and honestly, I think he would have had a better job just running and hiding, waiting for his teammates to spawn, because there was a 4v1.
Yeah, there's nothing they could do in that situation, but FaZe look really strong here. The fact that they got into that hill so quickly, as they got SSG 3 down, is just testament to the fact that they're ready to bring this to a game 5 and see what happens next, though. As World 2 takes out Bound, it'll be halfway through the first hill as FaZe, and World 2 looking for a power position on the glass side.
FaZe take down the Ohio native, who I believe had that shock and Bound, and that's a big kill out of them, but SSG respond every single time. Barely any hill towards this bottom mid, the hardest hill to capture in the entire game, I will say, but FaZe have been looking good in the slays. SSG making sure they zone FaZe out. Stellar hunting down Royal 2 ends up finding the 1-shot player. That's 3 down. Renegade gonna be the final player alive to try to defend the active camouflage, and it's too little too late. Stellar has it.
Yeah, Stellar was really quick to get to that camo.
Good live.
Renegade was trying to
shit.
repulse up to get it quickly. They gave it to Stellar. Look at his ability to stay alive here. This is such an important camo, especially with the hill in the process that it's in. Both teams are about halfway. FaZe has a little bit of a lead, a slight one at that. And it's up to Stellar to pick apart the defensive FaZe, and he does just that with his camo. Look at the shots that go in. Renegade goes down.
3 down, go FaZe, and I sat on the desk alongside Wes, former coach of 3/4 of this FaZe roster. Beautiful backspec out of Stellar, by the way. And he talked about it time and time again. The only issue he had with FaZe was their objective efficiency at times, especially on maps that get a little bit more chaotic. They're focused on getting the kills, they're focused on multiple things, but the objective efficiency so far has gone in favor of Space Station Gaming, who getting outslayed over toward the early game, and FaZe, who ended the hill at least.
You're 100% right.
This is a long-ass time to be on this first hill.
Should have been phases with all the slays that they got at the very beginning of the match. It's just maybe a little bit of urgency coming out of SSG off a spawn, being aggressive, understanding what angles they have in order to attack that hill. This process is working out for SSG. They've got full control here. They do go 3 down, though, so all of that control is lost. And it's up to Frosty to get to the back line so he can pull on this flank that's coming from Loop.
2 minutes and 31 seconds left of neutral time so far in this game. We said it was going to be a battle. We said it was going to be a war. And so far, it's been just that in just the first hill. So no team has gotten to capture just yet. But we're seeing Space Station Gaming dedicate bodies over towards doing just that. FaZe now coming off a spawn toward the cafe side, and they have to, quite frankly, funnel or out-rotate. And the funnel comes in too late. SSG taking, hill number 1. And now we move on to the yard side.
Camo's coming up here. Monster getting this is going to be huge, especially due to the fact that he's got shock rifle. Shoots the body of Renegade a few too many times. That could either piss him off or it could benefit you. We'll find out what happens next, but it's going to be SSG, like you said, with a 1 hill lead and bound with the camo now.
Is that not 3?
Just barely not able to get the kill.
I'm tweaking, Slime.
That swings 2 kills in favor of FaZe. Excellent shots across the map. That make it 3 down. Stellar, the final player alive, is doing excellent
Boy, no
damage,
way, boy.
There's nobody there to clean it up. Your team is 3 down. Stellar, high IQ gonna back down towards his spawning teammates, but this is time on the board for FaZe now.
I'm really nervous. Tony, I'm gonna be honest, I'm shaking at the fact that Monster just shot Renegade's body. I would love to see how that pans out as the game goes on. It just doesn't seem like a good idea to me.
He said he's shaking.
Like, I just wouldn't do that. But regardless, World 2 with a shock in his hands. The push comes into blue. That's a great push by SSG. They get those snipe spawns, push directly in through blue. It's gonna be World 2 on that cross. But I don't know if he's done enough damage. No, he hasn't. SSG have broken through and World 2 goes down.
I do want to point out, as so far it's neck and neck so far, it looks like SSG might be able to close it out just right here, bound with a huge kill there. I believe Monster still in that hill. We talked about Monster, who was body disrespecting Renegade a little bit. Renegade did start it earlier in the series. He did start it. They were going back and forward in the game chat, and Renegade was bullying Monster a little bit, so they give Chance a chance, and he's gonna run away with it. 2-0 lead here for Space Station Gaming. Now less than 2 minutes for FaZe to respond in a must-win game for FaZe. They will lose this series. They will lose this tournament if they don't end up coming out top here. And 3 down go FaZe. SSG are clutching
It's not looking
it
good
up
for FaZe.
on their way to their 3rd hill. They get first progression.
SSG trying to slam the door right here.
I just feel like they have a new energy to them in here in season 3. It's just evident with all the series that we've watched thus far. And 3 go down for FaZe once again. It sounds like we're kind of repeating ourselves. It's just they're getting outslayed. SSG are on the better end of things. They're getting these camos. They're able to control the power weapons for the most part.
Brothers are getting slammed.
Hands of Renegade. All of those things added up together are just recipes for success. And as you can see,
I will never understand standing still when the other team has camo shock.
Look at that. It's not 3 down for FaZe this time. It's all 4 down for SSG.
It was tweaking me on the recharge as well.
Response out of FaZe, but look at the scoreboard.
Like, you are making yourself the freest fucking kill.
They can just slide in there and steal that hill before you even know what happens. They don't even need a clean wipe, but you got to take your time. You can't make any mistakes. Don't play sloppy. And the first 2 kills.
That really is such a fun player to watch. You're not lying.
Team here, World 2 doing a great job of staying alive. That thrust getting him out of danger. And now some great progression on
one of the smoothest POVs, bro.
Over halfway done. Might just be able to steal it. And if they do, that keeps their hopes, keeps their dreams alive of staying within the tournament.
I'm gonna be
Let's go, bro. How you doing today?
Beautiful on roll 2. I'm gonna be honest with you. I talked to Snakebite and I talked about the IGL role, and he was saying IGL is not really a play call role. It's more of a leadership role where you kind of keep your team together. You let them know it's not over. You keep their heads up, and that's exactly what we're seeing here. FaZe keeping each other's heads up, you know, keeping their chins up, and still maintaining in this game. But it's SSG who are so quick to capitalize on any misposition. They get a
Hey, I hear that, brother.
Here, but FaZe,
That's a good cap from FaZe.
Yeah,
I hear that, THPJ. I hope it's hope all is well,
so
man.
Now they have a minute and 10
Hope life treating you all right.
2-1 lead, still in favor of Space Station Gaming at the moment.
But I hear that, brother.
FaZe out. FaZe still needs a break. It was a clutch grab by them, but they've just responded by going 3 down, and a Renegade trying to get this onto the camo. It's not going to happen. All 4
Stellar making plays. I feel like Stellar's had every single camo as well. Only 50 seconds game clock, so I assume SSG is just going to play kills and not touch time here.
Right now, your world champions in FaZe are in danger of losing it to my power ranked #2 team in the league with a substitute.
Oh, looks
nice
like
camo play. 3 dead clean.
100% kill, 3 down for FaZe once
Stellar
again.
should honestly stay in that.
30 seconds
No, I'm tweaking slime.
10-second respawn timer on objective. FaZe are in trouble right now. It's still possible, but it's going to be very difficult. A tall mountain to climb for FaZe Clan.
This is the final push here, and FaZe are having a tough time trying to find their way into yard. Not even the hill, just into yard, into the third of the map that SSG are currently locking down. Finally, FaZe end up getting the first kill, but is it too little too late? 3 down go SSG. You need to get in the hill in order to stop the timer. That's exactly what they do. 7 seconds of neutral time is all that's needed, and can create just that. Now time is winding down, but luckily Renegade ends up finding
savage ass 5.
Monster back and packing Stellar.
Here comes Stellar. Yo, jump in the hill. Jump in the hill, pad the stats.
There are nades that are zoning him out. Stellar ends up going down. So do
damn. SSG, bro.
Keep them out of the hill just long enough for SSG
SS
to
fucking
end the
G.
tournament, the first tournament of this year. Space Station Gaming.
Big tournament at SSG.
Absolutely incredible
and
to me.
sub.
They did it with the sub and Monster. Like I said, brand new energy out of this roster. Monster played phenomenal. Fit the roster so well. And FaZe will fall.
The greatest player in history, Monster.
Your champions of the first HCS qualifier tournament.
He had 13 assists. Honestly, might be a go-to teammate.
HCS, we're looking to shake things up. Here going into year 3. We saw the Bandit Rifle come into play. We saw the bloom stripped from it. We saw huge meta changes across almost every single map here. We've seen a new one added Forbidden. We saw Extraction get put in and taken now. We've seen changes upon changes, and now we're seeing changes of a new top dog, your world champions, going down in the grand finals to a team that isn't even fully loaded. That doesn't even have the #1 player in Europe that's going to be coming.
Wonder how the boys on Optic are feeling about changing their recipe. Well, they lost to both of those teams that were in the finals. They lost to SSG in winners, and they lost to FaZe in losers. So, but also, it's just online.
I am very entertained, Tony, and what's
so while I'm sure FaZe and Optic are both disappointed in the results, it is just the first cup and it is just online.
Phenomenal. I cannot wait to see what Legend does when he makes it to the US.
So yeah, we'll see. Plus SSG not playing with their full lineup.
You know, maybe in a LAN environment as well.
Yeah, I'm still yet to be convinced on the Dead Zone pickup as well. It seems like a lateral move on paper.
I'm very excited.
Guys, this has been one heck of a start to our official season. The offseason was great, and LVT Halo has done an amazing job with that. You guys,
I mean, yeah, but if you're going to make a change, THPJ, especially if you are going to break up a lineup like Optic that had won 2 majors that season, they won Charlotte and they also won Fort Worth.
It's been an absolute
and also they were the defending world champions until they lost last year. But if you're going to break up that lineup, I think you have to have a guaranteed improvement. Like, bro, the only reason that Sentinels, now the FaZe team, dropped Lethal was because they flat out upgraded.
And what an amazing day.
Like, they pack a punch. Going from Lethal to Renegade is like a clear improvement. No offense to Lethal, that's the GOAT, Lixtal. But like, whenever you are gonna break up a team like Optic, that obviously defending world champions have won 2 majors, I think you have to have a guaranteed like pack a punch. And I don't think necessarily Dead Zone is dead. I'm not saying he's ass or that they got worse, because I think Dead Zone, individually at least, is probably better than APG. But like I said, I think you have to go for like a guaranteed, and like I don't know who else they would have picked up. But like I said, that just seems like a lateral move. That seems like making a change just for the sake of making a change. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Optic was definitely like FaZe's formula for winning was to get rid of their objective player and basically have, by the way, what's up, Draconian? How's it going, bro? And basically have 4 Slayers and basically say like, you can't get any objective or play any objective if we just kill you the whole time. And obviously that formula worked because they won 3 majors, including the World Championship. And so SSG, after the season, in an attempt to copy that formula, got rid of their objective dirty work player in favor of Legend, who is more of a Slayer. So dropped objective in favor of firepower again. And then if you look at Optic, they essentially dropped their objective dirty work player for another objective dirty work player. Again, sort of seems like the same fit, but also isn't a clear upgrade. So yeah, because definitely Stellar is like the obvious pick. I think Spartan would have been good on paper, but obviously I don't know how that fit works with like the chemistry and like I don't know if Optic, because like Spartan, for better or for worse, has a reputation at this point, and like I don't know if teams like Optic would necessarily be interested in that. But yeah, Sentinels already announced that they were sticking, and yeah, it's just a whole lot of stuff. But yeah, with all that being said, I'm very excited for the new season. I'm excited to watch some more tournaments. This was a pretty fire first Open Cup of the season. And as always, shout out to HCS and LVT for hooking us up with the drops and making sure we write. I see what you're saying, THPJ, but also, like, as plain as I can say this, like, whatever team is winning the most, regardless of how they do it, whether it be fundamentals and objective efficiency or having a bunch of Slayers on a team and trying to do it that way, whatever formula is working and is directly leading to winning, people are going to copy. That's just the way it is. That's the way it always is. Whatever thing people are doing becomes like the meta. You know what I'm saying? We already watched episode 2. We watched episode 2 a minute ago. But also, nah, I gotta get off. I have to run a couple errands and go get some groceries because I'm actually going out of town tomorrow. And I gotta get ready. I'm actually going out of town tomorrow, and I'll be out of town for 2 days. Yeah. I'm going to Louisville and Bloomington, and we're kind of just going on some road trip stuff, doing a couple things. We were gonna go. Me and my brother were gonna go see Travis Scott in Louisville, but that shit got fucking canceled, unfortunately. So we're doing all that, and then we're gonna go fuck around for a day or two, and then I think Thursday we have Drake and J. Cole here in Nashville. So fun few days. 100% THPJ. But yeah, for that reason, I'm gonna be off the scene for a couple days, but should still have some videos going up. Yeah. That being said, I'm gonna get out of here. Yeah, 100% Draconian. I think I agree. I think Optic needs a little more firepower, but we'll see. Obviously, this is just the first online qualifier, so we'll see how things start to pan out as we get more qualifiers and as we get closer to LAN. 100%. Hey, I appreciate y'all, man. More life. No, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna be fun. Yeah, much love. I appreciate y'all chilling with me. I appreciate y'all kicking with me. Appreciate the new followers and everything. We should be live probably Wednesday night, I would guess, is probably the next time I'll stream, but should have videos going up, like I said. But yeah, much love. Y'all have a dope rest of your night. Gang, gang. Y'all be safe, and I'll catch y'all right back here